recap yet.
I have not.
Me as well.
Bill and Toogs.
Neither.
Take it away, Toogs.
What? You haven't done one?
No.
Matt?
I assist every once, but I haven't done one.
It doesn't count.
Are we on game 5?
Yep.
So who's done 2?
You
There wouldn't have been one on the first one, would there?
Oh yeah, because it was the best game!
Nothing to recap.
Oh, you guys are so smart.
How many XPs do I get for being smart?
0.
Oh.
Sir Hugh, would you like to give us the recap from last week?
I don't remember what happened at all.
Previously on D&D.
Yes.
Literally only a week ago.
Nothing happened.
Our ragtag group of mercenaries, aka the cult of the clan. No, the clan, the cult.
That's Matthew's cult.
What do we call ourselves?
Oh my god, the cult of the kettle.
Cult of the Kettle.
Cult
Oh
of
my-
the Kettle.
It's catching on.
Go on.
Is that where did we start the episode? Maybe
We
that
was having an episode.
Where do we start? I know where we finish. Where do we start?
I mean,
we just
At the tea kettle.
just left the goblin after being outed by the welcomers, right? That was the start.
Okay, there we go. So previously on, there you go.
There you go. That's where.
The group had some tough conversations with each other regarding their true identities. Still on the same page, they collected themselves and ventured forth to the graveyard, that building,
Valhingen Graveyard.
Valhingen Graveyard.
Way.
And one night they broke into, in a secret fashion, they broke into the crypt there, I guess, and stumbled upon looks like what looked to be of many rituals of the dead, and looking for some sort of maybe hint or clue to stuff they have seen previously. They saw another one of the circles, summoning circles, right?
Teleportation.
There you go. Found one of those. They found some other interesting things, but nothing really of any use. After looking around and finding nothing, they then left, and that was basically it. Kind of uneventful there at the end, right? But the tension is high. We're all like, we're going to find something right there.
That was great. Thanks, Bill. Did you take that all from your copious notes?
Well, in my defense, it wasn't like it was an action-packed episode last time.
Hey!
Every episode is interesting.
Fuck.
That was,
I
yeah, that
didn't
was,
say it wasn't interesting.
that was just a lot of
Say
talking.
we all talked for a while, which was good, and then it wasn't a fight or anything. It was okay.
Just a lot of stupid talky talk.
I'm okay with that.
You don't need story talk.
Sending
That was
people
the
on
fun
pointless treasure hunts.
Okay, and
There
since
you go.
then, you've all taken a kind of week, 10 days to yourselves to do whatever you did, and now we rejoin in the lounge above Madame Friona's tea kettle the night before the Feast of the Moon annual festival in Flan. And a few of you are just kind of like milling around, having a cup of tea. Madame Friona's kind of around, but they are all busy hanging up their own decorations. And you can see there's some nice, like, colourful bunting up. And everyone's in a good mood and looking forward to the festival tomorrow. The festival, the Feast of the Moon, is a kind of an annual kind of seeing in the winter, it's kind of the last festival of the year, looking at the year behind and also the year ahead, and kind of celebrating the changing of the seasons, but also honoring the dead. Kellenvor being a big presence in the city, and it's quite a religious, but it's also a fun festival. And you guys have seen over the last couple of days, big colourful tents and stalls going up in the plaza, and everyone seems quite hype about it. And the city is in last couple of days fairly good spirits despite all the issues they might have been having.
Sorry.
Trip attack.
Just keep it going. My bad. Wrong button.
So let's just say the five of you. So Hugh, Taplin, Zephyrabella, Jaffraxon, Kraz. You are all in the lounge, just chilling out. And Kira walks in. She's been away all week, and kind of comes in and slings her bag down. Over to you.
Hey,
Hey.
Welcome back.
where you been?
Well, I was looking for adventure. I found some.
Without us?
No, not really. I was going to I just went off to
your
finish my
medical
training
friend.
with Surik and her partner and I got this, and I pull out my longbow. It's this
Ooh.
long
Whoa,
purple bow like Surik has.
that's cool.
Is that the
It's,
same one? Is that hers, or did you get your own?
Maybe a new one.
Oh wow, that is incredible.
Nice.
Yeah, it's definitely a long bow, longer than you've seen Kira use before, and it has this kind of strange, like purple hue to it, carved out of a special wood.
I learned some stuff about Cable's Hill and the people there, and it's so that was my week. Kind of fun.
Aren't you worried that perhaps when we use our bottle, your bow might attract some unwanted attention to yourself?
Yeah, I did make a mental note to ask you not to throw it near me. I
Fair
don't want
enough.
to get electrocuted and stand in a circle with people until someone cuts my hand off unnecessarily.
Yeah, stop it there.
So what you guys been up to?
I bombed in the first round of a chess tournament,
Aww.
but you know what? I had a great time. I met a very peculiar figure, the master, everyone calls him. For a brief moment, I could have swore he had scaly hands. He came up to me after it all ended and wished me best of luck next time. So that was something.
Like the master of chess?
Dragon chess, but yeah.
Yeah. What other kind of chess is there? I don't really know much about chess.
I also learned a little something about the Black Fist and this new organization or group they formed, a sort of civilian guard walking amongst us. And I heard a rumor or two from a few loose lips.
I
Few
thought you
loose
said
lips.
civilian god.
No.
Like a
Yeah, so
civilian
did
god.
I. I'm like, what?
There's a
My
civilian god.
comment hasn't quite been
It's the
perfected
accent.
yet. I'm still working on the draw. No. I learned a rumor or two from a few loose lips in the bar about some sort of attire that these guards would be sporting on their lapel, some sort of pin. Whether or not it's true, not sure. But I'll be keeping my eye out when we go to the Seth Festival.
So, like, Blackfist disguised as civilians, or they've
Yeah.
mobilized civilians?
No, Black Fist disguised as civilians.
Mm.
That
Undercover.
Obviously, they're resorting to more guerrilla tactics and investigation. So we best be on our best behavior.
Sure.
Madam Fiona comes upstairs and just starts clearing away the kind of your dinner and that kind of stuff. She's like, "Now, you youngsters should all get to bed and get ready for the festival tomorrow. It's going to be a big day."
What time does it start?
I think it starts around 10ish. There'll be street performers and jugglers and games. It'll be great fun. You don't seem very excited.
Oh,
What
well,
the-
we're very excited, madam. We're sorry. We're at a loss for words. That's all.
This is my first time for the festival. I'm not kind of sure what to expect, so don't want to get my hopes too high.
Taplin, it's probably not your kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's super boring, but at least there's lots of drinks, so...
There's Yeah, there's lots of alcohol.
It's for the
I mean,
peasantry.
it's a good excuse for day drinking, is what I've found.
Nice.
Who are paying for the event?
Smudge, it'd be this is every year, right? Smudge is the festival. I'm sorry.
Every year.
Okay.
You guys know from the newspaper that the kind of noble houses have made generous donations to keep it going this year.
Right.
We also heard that rumor from your friend, Arthur in cast, about there may be an owl bear at this year's festivities.
An owl bear?
Not yet, though. I've been keeping an eye out. Nothing yet.
Well, with any luck, that bear would turn on the guard.
It's probably the sort of thing you shouldn't say in public, though.
No, I'm still trying to figure out how to get a filter going in my mind, but I'm still not quite used to traveling in groups. I've been alone my entire time, so this is still new to me. I apologize if I say something offensive to any of you. I mean no disrespect.
Not offensive to us, and just saying about the civilian guard.
Right, I have to reel that in a bit.
Yeah, I want to practice.
Okay. Anything you guys want to do?
Just go to bed, a little bit of reading maybe before I go to bed. That's it, you know.
Ooh, I'm gonna read as
Hey,
well before bed.
Smithy, you were a part of the noble houses, right?
Yeah, one of them.
There's no chance you could get us in so that we could, like, check out what's going on, like look for clues or whatnot?
Oh yeah, I've got tickets. Didn't I tell you? I got tickets.
You got us tickets?
Yeah.
What?
Aye.
Insight check.
Go for it.
You.
That was random.
I give everyone. I give everyone a ticket. Give everyone a ticket.
22. What the
Guys,
fuck?
He seems uninterested, but honest.
I just bite the ticket gently.
Why haven't you told us this before?
I only got them the other day. I meant to tell you, but
Aw, cheers, Smithy.
That's good. That saves a lot of trouble.
I would like to know how you got them, but I think that's a story for another time.
I went back to visit Povin and give him a letter, and he collected my mail for me, and they send us tickets every year. So, and conveniently, there was 6.
Do they cost money usually, the tickets?
I mean, yeah, normal, like regular people have to pay money.
How much money
So-
do you have to pay?
So Taplin hands out the tickets, and you realise that they are tickets for the Feast of the Moon feast at
Ooh.
Sojanau Castle in the evening. So the festival is free.
But everything else is just open, right? Yeah.
Everything's open and will run throughout the day. And everyone's kind of heard people talking about it. At the end of the day, there's a procession from the graveyard, and it goes up to the castle, and then the castle ends in a feast, and people are allowed kind of on the bridge to kind of celebrate, but only the best of the best are invited for the meal, or those who pay their way in at least. But those who,
I did not understand that.
with a set what?
Keep going.
Those with a certain standing are have tickets.
Do we have
I
to
thought the
dress up
feast
for
was
this?
for the entire city. Or,
No.
like-
That would be way too expensive. Can't feed everybody.
Ha.
Yeah, so
That should
it's
be
a
the-
festival to celebrate, and which ends in a feast for the notable members of Flan.
I'm pretty sure that's on like the travel brochures for Flan. It's just like, Flan, you can't feed everybody.
Is there a dress code?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah, we're gonna have to smarten a few of you up.
What?
I mean, not it's as long as you've got a ticket, you'll be fine. But you can't. I mean, you need to look
Combat
presentable.
gear's not adequate. What?
Well, maybe some overclothes, something light to
Yeah.
not be so intimidating when you come,
Yeah,
strolling in with all those weapons.
yeah. I mean, people carry weapons, but yeah, just like a nice overcoat
I mean, apart from me and Smith, the rest
Shoes.
of you, bark
Shoes
here.
probably a
have-
necessity.
I don't have any shoes.
Right.
We might have to go shopping tomorrow morning.
Yeah, maybe we'll just go buy you some shoes.
Close
You need-
shopping.
If it's necessary.
How many toes have you got? Are they like normal feet or?
I have no idea.
Raptor feet.
Awesome.
know.
Probably need to be specially made.
Yeah.
Maybe I have some slippers. I can. Slippers.
Maybe some like upmarket sandals. You know.
Yeah.
Fits all.
We also
We do
probably
love
should.
it,
Open clawed sandals.
We should also probably be prepared for a scuffle between. I can only imagine that one of the factions involved tomorrow is going to take the opportunity to cause some chaos or cause a scene. We'd have to be prepared to either pick a side during the confrontation or flee.
I was thinking more that if someone wanted to do something shady, it would be a perfect opportunity for them whilst everyone's distracted, right?
Mm. Oh wait, like around
Some-
town.
Yeah, maybe we just want to be wary of who's
That's interesting.
notably missing.
Yeah.
Oh, Kier, man, we could burn down the Red Plume Mercenary Company.
I wasn't suggesting
Oh,
that.
that's one of
Did
those
you
things
say
I shouldn't say
burn
out
down?
loud. No, I said investigate the Red Plume Mercenary Company building.
Maybe we should find out where that kid is before we start setting fire to buildings.
That's what I said.
Oh yeah, the kid. I forgot about the kid.
I mean, I'm sure she's fine. I'm not too fussed. But I'm
Hey,
just saying, let's
Smudge.
not burn down a building she might be in.
Burn down
We
buildings.
don't-
This
I
is
don't
great
think we
stuff.
really need to be burning down buildings anyway.
Mm.
Where did this subject come from? Let's move
Fun,
on.
fun is
Smudge, I got a question.
Yes.
I envision I've been to plenty of these before. Has there ever been any sort of like crazy attack, fight?
That's been like crazy. You know, people definitely take the opportunity to get super drunk.
Oh.
So often, kind of the common folk will take
yeah.
it too far and fight, but
Crazy.
nothing like mental. Okay. What do you guys like to do?
I'm gonna go to
Maybe
bed
we should
and
go
read.
spy on the preparations. See who's doing that. No? Fine. Someone else come up with something.
That's we're gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
It is a bit late. Plus, there's probably more security and guards walking around at this time, given the fact the festivities are taking place tomorrow.
and we know
Not a problem. We're not
it's
gonna do
the
anything crazy.
isn't it the girl who's organizing it?
Your friend?
Yeah, your buddy. She's
You-
like in
yeah.
charge of the preparations, right?
The one from Viking and Graveyard? Cass?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was part of it, at least.
So, yeah. Spying on them feels like we would be, like, skulking in the shadows watching her put up bunting.
That does sound like a night out, but I think I'm gonna.
That's what he
I'd like
wants
to
us
stay in
to
bed.
think. We spend the next 5 hours watching.
Episode 5, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Fine,
Yeah.
then we'll just go to bed.
I think, yeah, I don't think we need to be too suspicious, but maybe we just need to keep our eyes out during the festival.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone goes to bed.
I'm gonna read my necromancy book that I found in that catacomb as I'm drifting off to bed.
Which one?
When I scooped up off the table, I found a bunch of shit, and one of them was a book of necromancy.
Like the recipes for the potion?
Ingredients, tome of necromancy, notes on potion. Yeah,
Yeah.
those are the things
So you
I
can
got.
read that. It has kind of like, from what you can tell, some kind of basic necromancy spells and rituals and that kind of stuff, including the potion, the recipe for the potion
Oh,
that you
I'm
put
gonna.
together, and then it caused the smoke and the reanimation.
Oh, so it's ingredients for that. Okay, I'm gonna copy that into my journal.
Sure, you do so.
Then I go to bed.
Anyone else want to do anything before sleep?
I'm still reading also, nothing as fancy as necromancy, or evil. But
Which book would you like to read?
I got a few books. Just the ones about the rites and rituals,
Okay. Of Kettle?
Sure.
Yeah, you do so. Just give some general information on their religion and that kind of stuff. Kira, as you drift off to sleep, you hear a tick, tick, tick on your window.
I wonder if somebody's playing Pong or something on the window. I head to the window and take a peek outside. I'm going to open
It's
it
an
up.
owlbear!
Downstairs in the yard by the stables, you see a cloaked figure.
Hello?
Kira, it's me. And she lifts up her hood, and it is Olisara Lights Off.
Olisara Lights Off. What? Hey, how's it going? It's been a while.
Come down.
All right.
Bring the kobold.
Do I have to? Yeah, I'll bring him. I'm joking. I'll grab him. I head on in and I rat on next door.
I put on a nightgown and open the door.
I'm like, where did you get a nightgown?
I just tore up some sheets. What?
You put some actual clothes on. Let's go downstairs. Olisara's outside. She wants a word.
Yes, absolutely. And I immediately wake up and just start throwing on some clothes. And
You do so, and you guys go downstairs, and the kind of embers, it's quite dark downstairs, the embers and the fire are kind of burning down. Madame Fiona is not around, and you go out the back and go up to the stables, and you find Olisara just kind of pacing in the yard.
Hey, Ollie, how's things?
It's fine. Tell me everything you found out in the last 2 weeks. Go.
This is not going to take very long. There is.
She does not laugh.
Like, we know from you that there's a dragon. Like, there's a group of people who are taking dragon pieces and collecting them for something. We know that there's like at least one necromancer who's been floating around underground, raising the dead. We found a potion beneath the Black Lyceum that raises the dead, and we got the recipe for that. But we found a series of interconnecting teleportation circles beneath the catacombs, beneath the city. We're not sure what they're for, but it's something to do with the undead stuff. So if I was on a wing and a prayer guessing, I would suggest that somebody's collecting dragon parts to be able to raise some kind of undead dragon-y thing. Be my guess. Though we're not sure who's responsible, or where they are, or whether I'm right.
We also found a task by the Order of the Silent Shroud to investigate the Black Lyceum for if we could find the remains of some figure that they worshipped long ago, to determine if she was in fact human or dragon in nature. And we found in her tomb or crypt, as it were, dragonbone bones, which we handed over to the clerics.
Also, the Black Fist kind of suck, and have been taking prisoners and torturing them beneath the city, particularly Welcomers.
Well, that's right.
Also,
yes,
the
there was
Welcomers kind of suck.
Forget about
also
the Black Fist. Forget about the Welcomers. They are just a distraction. Stay focused.
On what? We
This is
don't
very-
even have a lead to go on, Alisara. We need a lead.
I have no leads either. The contact I was interrogating, he killed himself in my custody.
Using what?
Poison, hidden in his tooth.
That's impressive.
That is a worthy skill.
I mean, that speaks to somebody who's well financed, right? That shit don't come across that in your local smithy.
I think so. So what are you doing next?
We're gonna go to the festival and have a good time. I think I'm gonna buy myself a dress if I can find it.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
We're going to the festival to see what happens.
To be fair, Alisara, I spent the last 10 days just kind of hanging out with my friends because we don't. I mean, we've run all our leads dry.
This city is in terrible danger, and you are just going to festivals, hanging out with your friends.
Mm.
What are you doing?
Chasing down leads?
We literally we've explored both of the catacombs we know about. If you know about any other catacombs, that's probably our best bet. But we explored both the kind of entrances to catacombs beneath the city that we know about to the extent of them, and we didn't find anything new. We can't use the teleportation circles underneath.
There are catacombs all underneath the city. They stretch further than even the Order of the Silent Shroud. No.
Yeah, I think that I think we knew that, but we don't know which entrance to look in. We don't know which. I mean, if we just like randomly throw darts at a board, we could be down there for months before we find anything. If you have anybody on your staff or in the Harpers who has some significant magical talents, then maybe they could help us activate the teleportation circles, and we could use those to follow whoever this is around the catacombs. But without that, we're looking for a needle in a really dark haystack.
I will see what I can do and get back to you.
Cheers. I mean, what have you been up to for the last 10 days? Having fun?
I've been looking for clues also.
Ah. So quick to be critical, but also having difficulty yourself.
I elbow Kira a little bit in the shin.
You're right. I am sorry. I should not be harsh. I'm just very tense.
That's alright. It's actually really good to see
you. The contact that you placed the tracking pin on, they travelled to Molemaster, and then they went silent. I've lost them.
I'd actually forgotten we did that.
How far away is Molemaster?
Away.
Oh.
It's the next city over, but it's a few days' travel.
I mean, it could just be that they were responding to the ad on the grapevine that they had, and lying, saying they had dragon paths and didn't. They're just, opportunists.
I suspect they found the pin and destroyed it.
Does the name Xandria mean anything to you?
Good question.
No.
No, okay. No, I didn't think so.
Who is that?
Evidently, that was the name of the figure that the clerics had hired us to investigate to see if she was in fact dragon in nature.
Means nothing to me. I'm not from around here.
What about the name Raxil?
No.
He was mentioned in some notes, and as well as a personally addressed letter.
You may be onto something if you say they're well resourced. Could be that one of the noble families or one of the guilds are involved.
What would be the purpose? I mean, the place is under martial law already. The houses are pretty much the only people with any money in the city. They control things. They run things. They're the only reason that this festival's taking place is because they're funding it. I mean, they could, I suppose, if they wanted to take control of the city, just take out the other houses But I don't understand what their end game is.
A further grab for power? I don't know.
Well, either way, we have to figure out what's going on and put a stop to it before any more innocent people get hurt.
Alisara, how do we get in touch with you? Throwing stones at my window is one way to get in touch, but...
I'll get in touch with you when I need to.
God damn it, Alisara. You're really cool.
Did you know your friend is a member of House Sokol?
Yeah, Smithy, yeah.
Is he attending the feast tomorrow?
Think so.
At the castle?
Yeah, reluctantly.
Ask him to keep an eye out.
For
any suspicion amongst the nobles or the guilds. Keep up.
I guess he knows the people.
If he has information, let me know.
Alright.
Should we keep the fact that we are working with the Harper's secret.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Okay, I must go.
Cool. I mean,
You
know,
blink, and then she's gone. She just backs away into the shadows. She's gone.
There's a cool trick. I would like to learn that.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think she'd have a better way of getting in touch than throwing stones at my window, given her abilities, but, you know. Wouldn't want to... Well, back to bed? I mean...
Okay, you guys go to bed.
Yeah.
Have a good night's sleep, and you wake up to the smell of bacon. And Madame Fiona, she gets you all breakfast and a cup of tea, and gets you ready for the day. What would you like to do? Everyone's awake.
Eat breakfast.
You eat breakfast and are well prepared for the day ahead.
Awesome. Do we need to get some new clothes?
That's a good idea.
Yeah, you can do that. So you can head out, and already the city is alive with activities. There's lots of people kind of walking past. There are kids excited, wearing kind of it's kind of chilly still. It's almost the start of winter, but kind of wearing their Sunday best, as it were, ready for an exciting day ahead. And they're giggling and laughing, and the kids are running, and the adults seem kind of happy and excited too, and they're all kind of moving towards the plaza. Some of the shops are still open though, and you managed to find a kind of a fancy clothes shop, if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say, I mean, Kraz and Smithy, you're probably okay in what you're wearing. You've got a good sense of style. You other guys will have to spend some coin to buy some nice clothes, if that's what you want to do.
Okay.
Super
Probably
excited.
probably for like a kind of a fancy robe, or a nice doublet for Sir Hugh. Probably gonna set you back like 10 gold each.
Oh my god.
Oh goodness, what? Okay.
I speak to the lady at the desk, and I'm like, I will give you 20
Yes.
gold if you can get Jathrax in a pretty dress.
I mean, she's rather large, but I'll do my best.
Gotcha. Yes.
I do I hear that, or is it? Are you like
The
whispering?
secret conversation.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I don't assume you can give me any shoes.
shoes. I've done nothing to fit feet that big. Oh, I'm
Right.
sorry. I didn't mean to be rude.
Maybe just a cloak or a cape that's a bit fancy that I can wear over my
Dress.
ear.
Oh,
Yes, I can get you something nice. You get you kind of a nice sky blue kind of cape, and you
Ooh,
like it.
ooh.
It reminds you of a certain someone. And 10 gold for you. It's big enough for you. It's the biggest size she has. Zephyrabella, she struggles to find you still. She doesn't have a lot of halfling clothes, and she ends up having to give you some child's clothes, but they're nice and they fit you fine. Sir Hugh and Kira, you all sorted out quite easily. You're all now wearing kind of fancy clothes. I assume you're not wearing armor.
See, I was going to ask about that. So, I mean, I guess I would know because I've been to these a lot. So, I mean, people wearing armor isn't. I mean,
You've been to the feast at the castle, and it would be strange if people wore armor there.
I guess this would be my first one as actual on the
Civilian?
other side, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Kira?
What about with a weapon at least? Yeah.
You know they normally check weapons way before you get anywhere near the castle.
Of
course,
check
alright.
my weapons.
I'm not giving my halberd away, that's for sure. Anyone that tries to take it will lose their hand.
Well, I don't think we'll be able to get into the feast with the halberd.
Yeah. I mean,
We could
how
just stash-
real, real.
We could stash the weapons before we go in. We could stash them at free owners or something. We don't all
do
have to go in as well if we don't want to.
Smithy, like, how long is this dinner thing? It's going to be a few hours or something, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's like standard dinner length. There's like,
There's kind of like pre-dinner drinks.
yeah, there's dancing. They make a big
beforehand.
thing out of it. It's,
There's speeches.
Okay.
yeah, there's canapes,
Alright, then if I'm not wearing armor, then I want a really nice dress.
Then you have desserts. Then you have like post-dessert, and there's a digestive, and then tea and coffee with petit fours.
What the hell is a petty for?
It's like a small chocolate or sweet thing. They're really good.
It's delicious. I'm going
Yeah.
to a party!
They've got a
Give me a dress now!
But that's not till tonight, so we got
Listen,
time.
I'm going to be wearing this dress all goddamn day. I never
Sure.
get to dress up. I have to wear leather armor all the time because we get stabbed a lot. And I never get to go to pretty parties. I grew up in Daggerford. Like, I wasn't very wealthy, and I don't have any, and never go to fancy parties, and you get to go to them all the time, and now when I go, I'm going to wear a dress!
Okay. I will buy you the most expensive, prettiest dress in this establishment. How about that?
Yes.
Okay, let's go find something dashing and dazzling and sparkling for you to wear.
You're able to do so. If it's particularly dashing or dazzling, it's going to cost you more like 25 gold.
25 gold!
Done. I pay it.
Oh,
Wow. Okay, take 25 gold and add some fancy clothes to your inventory. So Hugh, armor, no armor?
I guess no armor, but I do have a question though. So, would my guy would it be a good assumption, assuming that if I go inside this feast and sit down, would there be Black Fist members there? Was the Lord?
I mean, it's in the headquarters.
Yeah.
There are definitely going to be.
So, in the past, has the Lord of Flan been in those as well?
By tradition, the Lord Protector will always be there and will give a speech.
Okay, I'll think about that.
Who knows what kind of reaction you would get?
Yeah, I know. I'm contemplating that.
Get you something with a hood.
They wouldn't like that. All right. Okay.
Will
Okay.
a cloak be enough for me though, or do I need to change anything else?
For because you're a dragonborn?
Yeah.
Maybe just get like a bit of jewelry, bit of bling, maybe some like anklets,
We could
It
get
is
you
a
Really,
weird
I don't really have very nice clothes underneath the splint mail. So
Are you naked under there?
no, but it's not
Simple
very
stuff.
fancy.
Taplin, you know that although it would be weird to bring a dragonborn to the party, you are the son of a noble lord. Like, people would, if that's your guest, then that's your guest.
Yeah. You'll be fine.
She's not a criminal, and people aren't like super racist here, so you'll probably be fine
Yeah, you'll be fine.
If you say so.
as long as your guests behave themselves.
Yeah, just
I make no
don't,
promises for that. That's another.
don't stab anyone. You'll be all right.
Okay.
I want to try and find a hat like the one I linked in Skype.
Yeah, they
Oh.
definitely have fancy hats here.
Like that? Like that?
Yeah, like a Robin Hood hat, but
Yes.
a stupid one.
I want one like that.
Yeah, you can get one. $5, please.
Yes.
For the hat alone.
Can I find a
I take the crown off, I put it in my bag, and put the hat on.
Why'd you have a crown? Oh, from the right here.
Of course.
Of course. Zephyrabella.
Can I find a particularly floppy looking one to put on Sir Hugh?
Floppy lippy. Yeah, of course. This one's not so stylish. They're only probably worth 1 gold.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe we can
so
get you
you
some
have
glasses as well, Sir Hugh, and then they won't recognize you.
Add a floppy hat to your inventory.
I need a picture of that in Skype. Okay.
Can mine be? Is there a blue one? Did I get a blue one?
Of course.
Okay, I'm matching.
So this woman, thanks you all for your custom, and she wishes you a happy feast of the moon, and kind of bids
Likewise.
you goodbye. So sorry, are you guys wearing armor? That's what I want to know.
No.
No.
Nobody's wearing
No,
armor.
I'm wearing it.
Everyone-
I'm
and what about?
probably wearing mine if that's if rags or armor are the options. I might
Well,
be
we just went
better
to
off.
Yeah, I mean, so you don't want to buy?
I don't
anything-
know. What do you
anything
guys
else?
think? Well, I asked if I should replace the rags that I have underneath.
Yeah. Let's get you some nice, something nice.
Close?
But it doesn't have to be a dress, but something nice. You know?
Yeah.
Just like something new.
Okay,
Okay,
that works.
they're definitely for about 5 gold can get you a nice outfit.
If anybody asks, it's Smithy, just say she's your exotic friend from the east.
I was gonna say she's my
Wow.
girlfriend.
5 gold it is.
I wasn't gonna tell her till later in case she protested.
I shouldn't have said anything.
No,
And what about
the cat's out
weapons?
of the bag now.
Do you want to stash weapons at
Just put them in a room, you know, right?
Friona's?
You're gonna have to convince me to do that because I've already lost my weapons.
I believe if anyone could protect or take care of your halberd, it'd be Madame Fiona.
What?
I don't. Nobody would dare.
Have you seen the size of her?
Nobody would dare attack one of the most respected establishments in the city.
Right.
Not today.
You have to roll anything for this? Persuasion.
Am I trying to
don't
persuade you? Why don't we put it?
Don't need
Some,
to roll. Just how convinced are you?
we could.
It took you a lot to get this halberd back.
I know, right? If I leave it and something happens while we're gone.
I mean,
Why don't we just bury it in the backyard of the tea kettle?
That seems like a worse
alternatively,
idea than inside.
alternatively, maybe a couple of people could go as like bodyguards and then have armors and weapons.
Is that allowed?
I mean, people have bodyguards. That's a thing. It's
Then
gonna
why
be,
we're having this
Yeah.
discussion?
That
it'd
sounds
be a
like
bit weird that you're not known,
Really?
but you're not known anyway. So
Then why
Otis
did I
could
pay
be an old
50
man
gold
god, and
for
Jack
That's a
could
good
be
idea.
that?
We could retcon that if that's,
That's fine. That's fine. I might need it later anyway.
sure.
That's a good, Smithy, that's a good idea.
I like
to be
it.
fair, you could do with tighten up a bit, Jaffrexin.
Hey,
So does this mean that we're going in?
I'm not
And
used to these fancy customs, you know.
does this mean that Otis and Jothraxon are going to be bodyguards of yours?
I mean, Jaffrexin's going to be my girlfriend / bodyguard. I think we can do
Your-
both.
Ooh, she can be your paramour.
My head.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know
Paramore?
what that means.
What's that?
You don't want to know.
No. Smudge, I
I
mean,
would
the
prefer that.
bodyguards in the feast or the dinner or whatever, are they allowed in there as well, from my experiences? They're not, like, kept at the door or anything silly, are they? I mean, I don't want us to... I'm trying to think.
I think it would depend on the way that Taplin pitched it at the door.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Might be good to stay at the door for you, though, Hugh.
Well, I've thought about this. I mean, it didn't leave on the best of terms, but nor the worst of terms. I wouldn't be apprehended on sight. So even if I ran into anyone I knew, they would understand I could be an ex-Black Fist looking for work. So
I
me
guess,
being hired by the local family is okay.
What I will say, I think it's probably a little bit odd to bring your bodyguards to dinner with you.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
Let's just go. I mean, I'll be a guest of.
I think a
Smithy
little
here.
bit odd is fine. We'll pull a classic Cult of the Kettle ruse out of the bag. You know, we'll just swing it.
I think we should have at least a couple of you armed with us.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
feels like a really bad idea to enter into the freaking lion's den with.
Yeah.
And
Nothing
maybe
but
especially
weight and
those
fat.
people that don't have anything else.
What about
Like
this?
spills up their sleeve or something.
Kraz could be a noble from another town visiting. So Hugh's his bodyguard, and you two are his entourage. And I'm hosting you at the dinner, which is why you're there. And it's customary in your parts that the bodyguard comes in. And I'm bringing my new bodyguard in to make you feel at home.
Ooh,
And they-
I like this plan. I could use a voice and make a show of it.
Yeah. And I'll say that, back home they sit at dinner in their armor with their weapons, and so that's what we're doing, and I'll just say that's what's happening because I'm the son of a lord.
Worth a try.
I like it.
I will say this, that in all my years, I've never seen anyone spill blood at the dinner table. So I don't think we should have any plan up our sleeve. It's more just a defensive stance, if anything. Are we in agreement on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not just the table, though, is it? Like, if all of our weapons and our armor, everything is at Madame Friona's, if anything goes down in the
Yeah.
city, if something happens, we have suspicions that something might happen. If we're completely unarmed, it might be a bad idea.
Yeah.
You're right.
I will say
no
just-
ulterior motives.
That's okay.
Yes, Sahi.
For some,
If
Can I do an
blood needs to
inside
be
check
shed,
on him?
blood needs to be-
I want to do an inside check on Grant after he says that because is that okay so much?
Yeah,
Okay.
I missed what Crowd said, so just go for it.
He was no ulterior motives.
You did not read the obvious clue, but okay.
Okay, never mind. It's bad. Don't worry about it.
You take Kraz at his word in
Of course.
whatever he said that I wasn't listening to.
Trustworthy guy.
Let's go to the festival.
Let's go to the
Let's
festival.
go.
It won't be the first time the blood's been shed at the dinner. I headbutted a waiter once.
Oh, that is the story I was not expecting today.
They they ran out of gluten-free canapes.
Is that why your nose is that shape?
Oh.
Kira, that is rude. He has a patrician nose. It doesn't mean anything.
I will say this, that in my time I've learned that if any blood is spilled today, it is an extremely bad sign for many people, so we should take care.
You're right.
This is a very serious festival for many people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to the festival.
Yes.
Yeah, with armor on, sure.
Yeah,
Us.
let's go.
Yeah.
And my weapon.
We get drinks on the way.
I don't drink.
I get secure drink.
Okay, as you approach Podal Plaza, you see the town getting busier and busier, and it's only about 10:30 by the time you've done the shopping, and you see a crowd start to form in the middle of the plaza, and there are stalls and tents, all sorts of games. There's knife throwers and acrobats and minstrels. There's in fact like several different groups of bards. They're kind of all playing like different music and all a bit like discordant with each other, but everyone seems to be having fun. There is you're not actually at the party yet, but from there you're hit with kind of a wave of smells of food and stuff being cooked up, and definitely a strong stench of cheap wine.
Guys, I know a place that does a great sangria. Let's go.
As you walk up,
I like it.
you walk up to the plaza itself. There is almost like a guard station set up, so kind of a wooden, almost palisade, and several black-faced guards in their black armor stood there, barring your entrance into kind of the main thoroughfare.
Okay. I go to the front of the group and approach.
Stay back a little bit.
So the guard takes a look at you, Taplin, and nods his head. He's like, "Enjoy the festival, sir."
They're with me.
All right. And he ushers like Kraz through, Kira through. Oh, it's you go through, and he stops you. It's like, no weapons in the plaza, sir.
He's a bodyguard.
Looks back to you.
He's licensed to carry.
Sorry, but only guests or attendees of the festival only allowed to carry weapons with the express permission of one of the noble houses or the Lord Regent of the Black Fist.
Right, well, I'm one of the noble houses, and this is me giving permission.
You are, sir?
Do you not know this man? This is Master Sokol.
Sorry?
This
Sorry,
is
I can't
downright
understand you.
disrespectful.
I can't understand your accent.
How bloody dare you?
I'm sorry. You're the Lord Sokol?
Yes.
You're Remy Sokol?
What? No! Not Remy! Do I look like Remy?
You're again?
Go get me your supervisor.
Wait.
He's at the
Smash,
other,
can I lead it to it?
he's at the other station. Sorry.
Let me lead it to it.
Yeah, you're what?
I want to lead it to a zero real quick.
Who?
The guard that's stumbling along his words here.
Oh, yes.
Listen, young lad, trust me, please. You don't just get out of this alive where you can. Disrespecting. Hey, listen. Let us go through.
I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to do my job here.
I understand.
Sorry,
Listen.
you said you're again Sokol?
You're just
Somebody-
oh,
Jathraxin, strike this man.
Sir, no, listen. Lord.
I'm
Listen.
kind of ready to fist.
No, put the weapon.
In
Listen,
a little bit.
I'll defuse the situation. It's okay, please, my lord, keep going.
I just want just a persuasion check from Taplin, please.
Do I recognize this guy at all, Smudge, or not?
He's got his helmet down.
Okay.
You don't recognize his voice.
Who was gonna roll persuasion?
Just Taplin, please.
Yeah, I just added my sheet. Ooh. 26!
I'm so sorry for any inconvenience. Please enjoy the festival.
What was your name?
But my name is Martin.
Martin.
Guard Private Martin.
Formerly Guard Private Martin. Right, let's go.
And you all kind of proceed in to the festival.
I'm
So,
just muttering stuff and draconic to myself.
There are many games here that you are free to partake in it, in whichever order or combination of people as you would like. There is food. So you walk past a kind of a huge stool, not a stool, with kind of a huge pot, like a boiling pot of like stew, and someone's shouting. He's like, "Oh, House Sokol soup here! Get your House Sokol soup!" And they're just like giving it out for free. Obviously, having spent some money and having
Is
to
your
provide
family known
like,
for soup?
free food to the populace. There's kind of a small crowd kind of getting some.
Yeah, don't eat that.
No,
No.
we're not here. Okay.
I mean, like, if you want to eat, I'll show you where to eat, but don't, I mean...
Well, Kraz will probably buy some anyway.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is just for this kind of morning section of the day, I'm just going to read out some possible activities. So you kind of scan around, and you see an arm wrestling competition. You see a kind of what looks like a kind of a track set up on the ground, and with a sign that says Dragon Racing. You see another one with like a kind of a stool kind of activity with a sign that says Kobold tossing. Shit.
Let's
Hold
go
on,
straight there.
We'll come back to that one when we get there. And you see another one, kind of looks like a pigsty, and the sign says "Catch Poogie, prizes."
Right.
What's Poogie?
Ah.
And it's just totally up to you guys to do whatever you want. You can go drink, you can go play, and the day is yours. And
I think we should just walk towards the tossing competition. You know?
I think drinks and
Arm
tossing, right?
wrestling.
Matt, the one. So there's lots of activities. There's something called catch poogie. We don't really know what it is. There's arm wrestling. There's dragon racing. Then there's kobold tossing as well. Which catches your immediate.
You guys have fun.
Maybe we shouldn't go there. That's gonna be like a diplomatic incident.
Maybe they'll toss crabs. That wouldn't be good.
Exactly, and then we'd have to defend him because he's a fake noble. I mean, real noble.
No one wants to arm wrestle? What?
Arm
Yeah, let's-
wrestling competition. Arm wrestling.
Oh, that's a young man's game. I probably shouldn't.
I would love to
You
see
can do
Otis
it,
arm
Otis?
wrestle Jothraxen.
Yeah.
That would be something to see.
We have 2 entrants here for the arm wrestling.
Whoa! Step right up. Let's go.
I push Jothrax in and Old Man Bill for.
Kira, can you hold this? And I take out the halberd.
Oh, the friendly
Kira.
competition between
I
friends.
take it gladly.
Oh Lord.
You're together.
That's correct, sir.
What? So you?
Yes, that's correct.
Oh well, it's still early. Take a seat. It's fine. You go ahead.
Take a
And
seat.
he kind of sits you like this kind of real simple wooden table in the middle of the plaza, and you start to draw a couple of kind of onlookers walking past. You start looking at you, and there's 2 chairs and the classic kind of table with the grip on one side, and then the place to do you
Boom.
You sit down, you lock eyes in a dead heat, and I want you to make a contested athletics check against me.
Ooh.
Is everyone taking bets?
Wait, should we hold on a second? We're taking
Yeah,
bets.
let's
What we're
take some
doing?
bets.
Yeah.
It's face to the moon. Let's bet.
I put 10 gold on the racks. The big dragon.
Yeah.
I put 10 gold on Sahyu.
Oh, she's got 10 gold on the old fella.
I'm gonna maneuver to slightly behind Jothraxen, and I'm gonna try to angle myself underneath. Is it a sunny day?
Huh?
Is it a sunny day?
Yeah, it's a crisp winter's day with a barely little cloud,
Okay.
chilly but clear skies.
Okay, I'm gonna try in the second round of the arm wrestling. I want to try and shine one of my gold buttons. Try to maneuver some sunlight into Otis's eyes
Oh my
in the
God.
second round.
I don't need your help.
I'm not telling you this.
I know that.
Contenders, we're ready. So, a contested athletics check to see who's.
It's much. In the meantime, I'm just gonna get everyone a drink, something really strong.
No!
Oh!
Oh,
It hurts!
Straight away, Jothraxen almost takes Hugh right down to the table, and he's really straining to keep it just 1 inch above the table. And Smithy, you kind of wander over. You can find a kind of a stall that's just serving like cheap wine from a vat instead of a bottle that you're used to, and you can purchase easily cups of wine for all 6 of you for a gold.
I do it.
Cool. Take a gold off your stash. Okay, now I want I think I want Kraz to do like a dexterity check, just a straight dexterity to angle the coin in the right manner,
Yeah.
with the right timing and precision to shine it in Oates' eyes.
22.
Ah!
And then, Sir Hugh, I want you get this kind of, you're really struggling to stop Jothraxen from beating you, and this kind of flicker of bright light starts hitting your eyes. I want you to roll a Constitution saving throw to try and. So that failed. So not at all. So this light kind of completely catches you off your guard, and Jothraxen is going to move in to defeat you. One more contested athletics check, but Sir Hugh, you have disadvantage.
I
Oh,
However,
way to steal the
I'm coming back.
we go back to the middle, deadlocked, and what's going to be an interesting fight. Another contested.
I should be here, like, people cheering, right? I mean, I don't hear that. You
There's
know?
a few people. Have
Oh
just
my
like,
god.
Oh yeah, this
The
is
battle of the gods.
yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, it goes back into Hugh's favor, kind of like halfway between the midpoint and the table. Anyone else want to do anything? Taplin comes over. He's an expert at handling drinks. He's got 6 cups in 2 hands. And he just starts handing them out. Yeah, we're back at the midpoint. Another athletics check.
Come on, full
Keep
hot
coming.
up.
Uh-oh, 15.
Oh,
Oh!
back to the middle. Back to the middle. Another one. Give me another one.
Oh!
Oh, back to the midpoint.
Am I able to do it again?
Yeah, sure. You want to do it? Yeah.
Can they do like any kind of roll to kind of catch him doing this? I mean,
Yeah. So this time, you couldn't see it first because the light's in your eyes, but this time, so Kraz, make me the same dexterity check, but make me a sleight of hand check as well.
Right. 8. That's good.
should I just do perception or what should I do?
Yeah. Give me a perception first.
Yep.
Yeah. So you definitely notice this glimmer of light hits your eyes again, and you definitely notice it from behind Jafraxon, just like with a little catching the light.
Ah, someone get the kobold quick! He's trying to cheat.
What is the meaning of this?
Everyone, without a doubt, completely ignores you. They don't. It's a friendly game. They don't care. The guy running the game he's just enjoying it. It's the feast of the moon. He's having a good time. He's got his table.
Sure.
He's in for a good day. He doesn't care.
I
So
think I'll do
Kraz, a dexterity check, and Sir Hugh a
Constitution saving again.
constitution check.
that. Smudge,
Sorry, yeah.
I think I might notice as I've got money running on this. When he says that.
Good point.
Very true. Give me a perception check.
I saved anyway. I mean,
Okay,
yeah,
this
still.
time, knowing where it's coming from, seeing him do it, you're able to block it out, Sir Hugh, without any detrimental effect. And Zephyrbella, yes, you definitely see through.
Okay, I go over and push him over.
Oh,
Pushes you onto the kind of stone floor of the.
Quit that!
all right.
Let's have another athletics check between two.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Sam! What?
Oh!
Oh man.
Deadlocked. Give me another one.
Oh
Oh, no!
no! Whoa!
She takes you all the way out to the other side. At this point, you are drawing a crowd. It's hard to know if people are excited or if they're just bored. But going on a while. Jafraxon always has Sir Hugh on the ropes. Give me another one.
Oh god!
No!
Oh, yes!
my God.
Back up the middle!
Keep it coming.
Oh
Oh, my Jafraxon's way. Give me another one.
no! Oh god, I'm giving out.
Almost down, and then bam, down for Sir Hugh, losing. Hurts your hand. Just a tremendous grip by a very strong Dragonborn warrior cleric. And,
Good fight, Otis. Or,
shake hands, but it
Sir
hurts.
Hugh. Sir Hugh.
The winner! And the guy comes up and he grabs Jafraxon's hand and pulls it up in the air, like, yeah! The champion!
I give Kira 10 gold.
Kira, you take happily take 10 gold off of
Cheers. Nice job.
Sir Hugh and Jafraxon. You're met by a couple of glasses of pretty pungent wine, pushed into you by Tap.
Oh, take it.
Okay.
I can take the weapon. Here.
Say the what?
Kira has my weapon.
Oh,
How-
sure.
Oh, you want it back? I can't just keep it for a little. I do a couple of twirls with it. I give it back. Yeah, all right.
You take it back, kind of cool guy style. You just put it back on your back. Okay. So you look around, and in the vicinity, there is a kind of like an animal sty, a catch poogie. There is something called a dragon race, and there is a kobold toss nearby.
We have to go to the kobold toss.
Yeah.
Does anybody disagree with the idea that we have to go to the kobold toss?
It seems like a fun idea. We could go check it out if
Good
France
one,
isn't
to
well.
watch.
What do you feel about your brethren getting tossed?
Is that a euphemism?
No, I mean, I think that's actually what's happening.
Oh,
Maybe
to be
they're
honest, I
having
couldn't
fun.
care less.
Oh, okay, cool.
So there's a kind of a skinny human woman next to the kobold toss. He's like, "Hey there, come over, kobold toss, come toss your kobolds over here."
I just look at her, stone faced.
She looks at you and she's just like, no offense to Dragonborn, of course. Not even thinking that you're a kobold.
I just wave away.
So this she has an array of kind of ragdoll kobolds and a series of holes, and she explains the rules that you need to throw the kobolds into the holes. And if you get in the big hole, it's 1 point. You get in the medium hole, it's 2 points. You get in the small hole, it's 3 points. And 9 points gets you the big prize.
What's the big prize?
And she pulls it up under the counter, and it's a huge stuffed ragdoll kobold.
I want to play.
It's almost the size of Kraz.
I want to play.
It's Kraz. I mean, it's a tough depiction. But you think it might be a lady kobold?
I want to play. I want to play
You
this
would
game.
look like a lady.
This looks fun. I want to play this.
All right. Anyone else wants to step up?
I will.
Okay, Zephyrabella and Kraz. It's a 1 golden entry. The lady tells you.
I'll pay it gladly.
Okay, take 1 gold off, and she gives you each 3 kobolds.
Toss those kobolds.
She reminds you that to the big prize, you need to get all 3 in the small hole. Come on now, toss your kobolds in the small hole. Put them in the hole. Who would like to get first?
I'm assuming these games are purely legal.
Of course.
Insight check.
Yeah.
How would they be illegal?
If they were illegal, sir, we wouldn't be here.
24, natural 20.
She seems to be telling the truth.
Okay, carnies. Alright. Ladies first.
Okay. I'm going for small hole.
So sorry, who's going first? My bad.
I am.
Zephyrabella. I just want a D20 plus your dex modifier.
Okay. $18.
Zephyrabella lines up her first kobold, throws it, and shoop, goes in the small hole. That's 3 points! 3 points for the halfling.
Woo!
Kraz.
Oh,
Can I inspire Kraz? What did you roll?
Yeah?
14.
Why not?
All right then. I shout. There once was a greedy young kobold who saw lots of treasure and was so bold. He girded his loins and swam in the coins, but Redface found out there was no gold.
Nice, nice.
So good.
Oh, these are so good.
Do it. An extra 1d6 to your dexterity roll.
Oh, okay. 19 then.
Puts it in the small hole. Done.
I just thumbs up to Kira.
Zephyrabella.
Same again.
Yep, same again.
16.
Whoop. Small hole. 6 points to Zephyrabella now.
You are a tough competitor, Zephyr. Tough competitor. Alright.
Whoa.
Small hole.
18. Oh.
You guys are amazing. Have you tossed the kobold before?
Have you, Kraz?
No. I haven't had a chance. Moving on.
Okay. Zephyrabella.
Go!
Oh. Nails it.
Damn.
Kraz.
Nicely played.
Wow.
I can't believe it. You're the first customer today and you both get the grand prize. This is amazing. Congratulations, but you can't play again because you'll take all my points. And from the bottom of the counter, she gives you both a huge stuffed kobold.
Nice.
Almost the size of both of you. Yeah.
Good
And
job.
you realise you played this game far too early, and now you have to carry this thing around.
Yes! To the posh dinner.
It's gonna be awkward.
Smithy, I assumed you got extra tickets for my hot date here.
Oh no, I forgot. It's fine, we'll sneak her in.
I will carry this thing around with pride.
Okay. Next up, so you're kind of moving deeper into the plaza now, and
Sorry. I just realized they're both small people, so they're both carrying like
yeah, they're
stuffed
huge.
toys
You
the
barely-
size of
You barely
themselves.
see them behind the toys. They have to take it with like both arms. They're like hugging it.
Trying to
Yeah,
do
they
it
seem
at
to
the
enjoy
same
it.
time.
It's the best date ever.
Yeah, they both got wine
Right, along
too,
the
so they're like to drink the wine like this. Great start to the day. So you're kind of a little bit deeper. There's still the Catch the Poogie or the Dragon Race available, but you kind of get deeper in and you can see a drinking competition and also a guy at a table doing some sort of like shell game. It's up to you what you like.
I know what my game is.
I want to check that shell game out too.
I think you
Okay.
would win, Smith.
It's a con. It's a con.
Okay, well, you guys are split up. So Taplin, if you want to head over to the drinking competition, do so.
Yes, I go there.
I'll go with him.
Okay, Zephyrabella goes with him, or the rest of you guys do.
We don't all follow.
It's completely up to you.
I'm
Oh
gonna see.
yeah, I'll follow.
I'm gonna
I want to
see-
watch the
I wanna
drinking
see this.
competition.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
let's go see
What
this.
do you want?
Absolutely.
All right, we all go.
Okay, here we go. And there's kind of like five other people lined up next to cups and cups of what looks like just cheap, real dishwater ale. Loads and loads of cups lined up, and in fact, it's in like stages. So there's an ale, and then it gets consistently darker and darker as you go along. So he's already got 5 people. He's like, "Ooh, anyone else for a drinking competition this morning?"
Yelathin. I mean, yes,
Four glass.
we'll play.
Come on then, sir. Come on. Anyone else? Anyone else?
I'm up.
Just this very well-dressed gentleman and this young lady. What would you like to do with the kobold?
He's just gonna sit next to me.
Okay, fine. You place him. Everyone's got like a chair, and you can sit at kind of a separate empty table. And he's got all these tables laid out already of ale, and a couple of this helping. And okay, rules of the game are we'll give you rounds and rounds of drinks, and last one standing wins. Ready? All right, let's go. We're gonna start you off nice and simple now with a mug of Brightwood ale, fresh from the Brightwood. And he sends around kind of this like pale-looking ale. Looks to be kind of fairly easy. I need you to make a Constitution saving.
You not activate.
Holy shit!
She is Zeffy. Give her a wink and just down in one.
No worries. Barely even touched the sides. Doesn't even seem to affect him. A man who spent many nights drinking cheap ale in Zephyrella.
I got 12.
Oh, it's 12. It's you're only a titular halfling downing a whole pint of ale this early in the morning. It's a struggle, but you get through it. The guy's like, all right, good job. One guy can't even manage it. It's too early for him. He's like, oh, don't worry about it. And he just steps up and leaves the table. Only 5 of you there.
Yeah, keep walking.
Here we go. Some more. Some Splinter Tooth. Everyone ready for some Splinter Tooth? And he gets like a slightly darker ale, puts it in front of everybody, and we do another Constitution saving throw.
15.
So maybe this one hits you a little bit harder. You look. Manage to get it down, no problem. Zephyrella, so do you. But only just. Again, just really, really not your game.
I start getting the hiccups.
Yeah, I mean, you drink quite a lot, but pubs and stuff, but drinking it this quickly, not much. He's like, alright, here we go. Round number 3, gut punch. Let's do it.
Gut punch. My favorite.
Put some more down.
17.
13.
Zephyrella. You get maybe just a third of the way to the gut punch, but it's too strong for you. You just have to put it down, and you're out. And so are most of the other competitors. So now it's only Smithy and one other guy, kind of a big, burly-looking human, kind of big lumberjack arms and a vest. And he's like, oh, just two competitors left. 2 competitors. Let's go. Final round. The Green Death. And this one's not green though, it is pitch black. It took 2 pints in front of the boat for you. And maybe one final con save.
Well, whilst the guy's drinking his, I say, nice vest, buddy. Does it come in a man's size?
Did you spill the whole stuff?
Damn it!
So, both of you at this point, he looks at you and determined to drink it. He just kind of starts glug. But he gets about halfway through and he's just like, and you with a 5, if the save failed by 10 or more, the contestant also involuntarily vomits. Sniffy, you get through this stuff and it's unlike anything you've ever had before. It is disgusting. And you as well, into a bucket placed near you. Oh, your breakfast, your bacon buddy that you had this morning comes tumbling out.
I shield the eyes of my kobold date.
A fair contest.
What is that?
Fire.
Tastes like...
Tastes like green death, am I right?
Yeah.
Oh wait, who's next? Drinking competition. He kind of ushers you away, having no clear winner, no clear prize.
How do you feel?
I feel great, let's go kobold tossing.
I like the idea that we're going to turn up shit-faced with 2 stuffed kobolds to this dinner. With you smelling of vomit and booze.
Fairly standard. Not even going to look at it, please. Hey, Jathraxon, did you see that they have racing for your people too?
Points over to the big side.
I did see something about that, yes. Technically, I'm not a... never mind. Yeah, sure!
Do you have
So
to wear...
we've been having fun for a little while, and now kind of the midday sun comes over, probably about noonish, you would say, getting into the day. Smithy, already completely plastered. Neferbella feeling a little bit too, but probably able to handle it, having bowed out a little bit earlier.
I just want to say that when he handed me the cup of wine in the beginning, I haven't drank it all day.
Sure. No problem. Do you still have it?
I've been holding it as just like, oh,
Too polite to
this
put it down.
quite a lovely party.
No, what
Yeah.
do I do with this? I've
Yeah,
been holding
I
it
just
for like 2 hours now.
Yep. That's
Okay. So we've still got in kind of sight. We got a shell game, some dragon racing, something called Catch Boogie.
Kira, you
do you
haven't
guys
played
think?
anything.
What about you,
Well,
Kara?
You should play
What do you
something.
want to try?
Can I borrow your halberd?
Well, what do you want it for?
It's just for a thing.
Matter of trust. If you lose it,
I mean, I'll try not to lose it.
She
no.
helped to get it back.
All right, I take it.
You did
I
help.
Take a few
No,
steps
she didn't
into...
help to get it back. She was going to help to get it back, but I got it back on my own.
Look,
Technically.
All right, if you want to
Intention is
nitpick
important.
details and be like that, that's entirely.
I step into an open part of the square. I can't
It's getting busier now. You have to kind of move people out of the way. Like make a space. Make a space.
by spinning the halberd, just people will get out of the way pretty quick. And I just start cartering and dancing. This is how, this is Kira in front of a crowd. This is kind of what she does.
Okay, no worries. You definitely draw some serious attention. Give me a performance check.
Start cheering.
Yay!
Oh.
And it's great. It's like the most adept thing you've ever seen. So good. She kind of nimbly just twirls it around everywhere, kind of glinting the sun in the right ways at the right times. And it's people stand around and watch, and people think it's part of like you're an organized performer. People are like, yeah. People start throwing you money. Someone gives you a couple of gold pieces.
Grass, hold out your hat. Grass, go.
You hold out your hand. No. Hold your hand.
I like
People just
someone
throw money.
pulled out a hat.
People being just trying to throw money at your feet, and I reckon you probably make say you make 26 gold
Holy
from it.
shit!
Whoa!
However,
That's really nice.
before you get, you're doing it for about 5 minutes, and then you've not noticed like a huge Blackfist presence here, but a Blackfist officer kind of steps towards you, full armor. He's like, hey, none of that. Tries to get you to stop.
I slow it down. I'm like, whoa, hey, officer, how's it going?
Don't you know? It's an extremely bad omen to spill blood. You could hurt someone flinging that around.
I don't see any blood. Do you see any blood?
People enjoyed it. Come on.
It was very good, but please be careful.
We will, officer. We apologize for the inconvenience. We hope you have a wonderful day.
Thank you, small man.
You better be careful.
All right, he kind of like keeps an eye. He like backs away from her, keep an eye.
Shimmy.
In case you start again, and the crowd kind of forming behind him. But he's like a little bit taller, and just this black helmet like what?
I throw the halberd back to Jathraxon. I'm
Very
like,
nice.
cheers.
Jeff Axon, cool guy.
Kira,
Maybe you
need
should
to
get
have
one
a
of your
name.
own, Kira.
Huh?
Maybe you should get one of your own.
Oh, I don't know.
You're really good with that thing.
I promise you, it is all for show. I
Right.
know he was worried about me spilling blood. I'm pretty sure I'm incapable of spilling blood with it, so I don't think I have to worry about that.
So the festival's definitely getting busier now, and even though we're on the kind of Podal Plaza, there's definitely kind of people like tracking dirt in now, and definitely you see a few rowdy guys like with like wine in their hands and like kind of jostling and being noisy. They're having a good time. Nothing,
I
Just-
keep
they're
my
just
eyes peeled for lapels with pins.
Sure. No problem. Okay, what do we want to do next? So Hugh, would you like to do?
And I'm okay.
Do you want to play the shower game?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
He's there, just like doing lots of fancy things with the showers.
Okay.
It's like, hey, test your luck, test your luck. You, sir, want to play?
Yes.
Kind of a half-elf man. He's like, hey, come up here.
I think I've seen this before. I just gotta watch where the. Okay, yeah, sure, yeah.
You gotta, with like a dazzling motion, he's like, 1B. 3 cups. Yeah, show me where the bean is.
Okay,
And the prize is yours. 5 gold. 5 gold around.
sure. I'll go.
He takes your 5 gold, puts the bean under the middle cup, puts all the cups in position, and then moves them around. I would like you to make me a perception check.
19.
He's gonna make like a sleight of hand check. He's probably pretty good at this. So we're gonna roll 1d20 plus 3.
No!
He bobbles it. And he's like, oh shit! And like you see exactly where it is, and you just point to the middle one, and it's there. He's like, my mistake. Go another round, sir. You've got keen eyes today.
Sure, why not?
Another 5 gold. And he takes your 5 gold, and he still like takes it with a flourish. 1B. Puts under the 3 cups. Mixes them all up, and does it again. Give me another sleight of hand. Sorry, another perception.
21.
Oh!
Whoa!
So
22. And you pick a cup and you open it, and it's not there, and then you reveal it's in the middle one again. He's like, oh, bad luck, bad luck. How about double your money this time, sir? 10 gold for a 20 gold win.
Come on, Sahir, come on.
you can do
Okay.
this.
You got yourself a deal. Let's do it.
1B. Puts it under the cup.
Smudge. Smudge, I'm gonna cast minor illusions. So when you list the cups, there's like beads in all 3.
Oh my god, that's so good.
So, no need for you to do one, but this guy's going to roll a perception. So I want a sleight of hand from you, Kira.
Well, that is definitely not my skill set. And yet,
Yeah.
He's going to roll perception. So he doesn't see you do it, and he mixes all up the cups. He's like, choose your cup, sir.
I picked the one on the left.
You take your best guess, pick the one on the left, and he opens it, and there's a bean there. He's like, wait, what?
Ha!
Oh, you
Wow!
It's like I win.
Yeah.
win! You win! And then he takes the other 2 cups off, and there's beans underneath all of them. He's like,
Oh,
wait,
I
what?
You're very generous, sir. Thank you.
And then he
Give him his gold. Give him his gold.
He ignores all you guys and sweeps up the beans, but his hand passes through 2 of them. He's just like, oh,
you
Charlotte,
do magic as well.
unbelievable! You disgraced this festival. Get out of here! Get out of here before I call the guard, all of you.
give the man his money.
No,
Yeah,
you-
Give him his
you-
gold.
Well, someone's using magic here. Get out, guard!
The
guard.
mad.
I think
I
we
walk
just
away with
away.
my doll.
Bill, so Hugh, what'd you do?
I think it was just kind of, I mean, just kind of appalled. Like I had nothing to do with it. I didn't know what he was talking about. So I just kind of like walk away like lost. Like man, I just like lost my gold out of that deal.
You leave him just like muttering himself, just disgusted how you tried to cheat him, an honest working man, out of 5 gold. 10 gold each. Okay,
Being the deal in these gold losses here.
so
I'm kind of sorry.
getting towards lunchtime, you guys kind of start feeling a little bit hungry if you want something to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's eat.
So there's like loads of stalls of food. Some of them you have to pay for a slightly nicer fare. Prices for the paid stuff are ludicrous, as you might imagine, judging by how much you spent for bread the other day. It's like festival prices, and then there is free kind of broth and soup and stuff giving out by all the noble houses. Seem to have a presence here. giving out free food to the poorer people. But also, the Crack Crown, which you most have all been to before, is on the plaza. If you'd like to go there instead.
Don't drink that free soup, it'll give you the shit, so I'm telling you.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I'd much rather buy something from one of these stalls, from these hard-working people who support a corrupt government.
Yeah.
That's
Or
what
we
I think
could go
that's
to the Crown.
Let's go there.
Crown.
You can go to the
Sure.
Crack Crown. It is, at this time of day, it is super busy. And Eliwick Dongolan, the gnome who owns it, she is just rushed off her feet. And she kind of runs around, she's like, oh yeah! And then just runs around, she's doing 30 things at once. She's got plates in one hand and cutlery in the other, and she's giving everything out. You managed to find a table if you like. The one last table in there. And you can sit down, you all kind of have a nice lunch together. Probably 5 gold each.
A lunch.
In here. Pub lunch.
On cotton candy.
In here, I reckon let's call it 10 gold each if you want to eat properly.
I'll buy lunch for everybody.
Whoa.
What?
I'll pay for the meal.
Big spender over here, lays down 60 gold for Eliwick, and she snaps it up. She's like, food coming up, food and drink, no problem. And
Thank you,
she just keeps the wine and the beers flowing, and she gives you kind of haunches of meat, and the food is really good here for those who've been before. And it's a great standard. It's really busy and really lively. I reckon you probably spend a couple of hours here, and you kind of, when you're done, kind of Eliwick goes to kind of shoo you on, so she makes face to the tables. But you get out and you're like, we're at a festival and we spent all the time in the pub. What are we doing? So there are more games to play if you would like. So from here, from this direction, Zephyrabella, you see a big old sign that says Owl Bear Wrestling.
We've got to go do that. Come on, guys. Come on.
So there
Let's go.
There is a large pen with a cage, kind of a blackened cage of like a cover over it. You cannot see in the cage, and kind of a real gruff dwarf stands behind it stoically. There's no one here, no queue or anything. Just stands there, just there.
Is it really an owlbear?
You want to fight my owlbear?
Is it an owlbear?
Of course it's an owlbear.
Where is
Where
it?
did you get it from?
A cage. Sorry guys, 2 seconds. Talk amongst yourselves.
You just blow a kiss to your owlbear? Fucking
What
weird.
kind of relationship is this with your
This got
owlbear?
really weird.
What kind
guys.
of wrestling are we talking about?
No wonder there's no one here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody comes to this side of the carnival.
Owlbear wrestling.
Owlbear wrestling. 3 in the small hole and you get a special prize.
Oh no. Ugh. I'm guessing this actually is probably gonna be our little break.
Yeah, probably makes sense.
All this talk of wine.
You
Wow.
work early tomorrow?
Me? I have a day off tomorrow.
How about you, Jimmy? You work early?
Yeah.
How do you work tomorrow?
I work late.
Late.
Sorry about that. Someone's flying to Lisbon tomorrow.
Oh.
Just away for the weekend.
Yuna. What do you want?
I think everyone took this as an opportunity.
Yeah, but I do need
Yeah. Yuna.
but I need a proper break. Probably in about half an hour or so. Depends how long people. Depends. Play it by ear. See how far we get.
rolig. Jag tror det är roligt. Jag kör dig. Ja. Hi. Say hi to the camera, you know? Say hi to the camera. Say hello to the camera.
You know.
You're so cute. Oh my goodness. Yo. Yo. Yo.
So he looks at Zephyrella, he's like, you want to fight my owlbear?
I want to see your Albert.
Oh, you'll see him. You want to fight him?
Don't know.
She absolutely wants to fight your owlbear.
10 gold. 100
Okay.
gold.
100
Pin.
gold.
If you pin him.
Repeat it.
Whoa.
Okay.
And if the owlbear kills our friend, how much do we get?
Nothing. But you're seeing a good fight.
Nej, gå bort.
Has anyone died already?
No takers so far. No one brave enough to fight my owlbear.
How big's the Albert?
Bigger than you.
That's not setting the bar all that high.
Jump over. So you kind of climb over the fence.
Yeah.
And kind of this like it's like ringed area. A little bit muddy, kind of off the side of the plaza, getting towards the bridge to Valhingen. And, like, you ready?
Ready.
Okay, so he grabs the cloak and he pulls it off and reveals a huge owlbear.
That's so cool.
Completely real. And he opens up the cage and this thing's like, and I would like to roll for initiative, please.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Cool.
$22.
Okay, you find my owlbear.
So the point is to pin him down? Like grapple it? Or...
Yeah, he should have probably
So-
explained the rules better. He wants you to pin him. Basically, he wants you to, out of character, you need to pin him 3 rounds in a row. Okay, so Different, you ready yourself in the middle of the thing, and the owlbear comes running at you. Before he can get his beak on you, it's over to you.
Alright, I'm gonna pump my chest, go into a rage, and run at him and try and grapple him.
Oh,
Cool. So is that an advantage on the strength checks?
yes.
So is that just a straight up strength?
It's strength, yeah. With advantage. 20.
20.
owlbear only rolls a 10. So you managed to. So you tell me what you do. This owlbear's running at you. How do you wanna start?
I think I probably want to try and like knock it off its feet, kind of grapple.
Yeah. Okay. So you kind of go low. You're halfling, so kind of duck under him and try and grab his feet and try and overturn it. And you manage to do so. You've got hold of his feet, but he's going to try and peck you with his beak. That's a 21 to hit.
That hit.
With no armor.
I've got natural armor. Oh.
13 damage, half.
That's what, 6? That's 6?
Yeah. And he's going to try and beak you again. 13 to hit.
Misses.
Okay, so he gets purchased with his first beak and kind of hits you hard in the head. And then for this time he managed to get an arm up to kind of block him. And if you would like to grapple again, please go ahead.
Yep. Yeah. Sorry. Nope.
Right, so the owlbear rolls 11 and just breaks out of your grapple. And he's going to beak you and claw you, so 14.
That doesn't hit.
So you dodge out the way of the beak, but then he comes in and slashes at you with his claws and deals 9 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Over to you.
Can I try and jump on top of him?
Yeah, sure.
I'm not sure what good that will do though.
So give me a acrobatics.
15?
He's gonna try and he's gonna use his strength to try and toss you off. Excuse me. What was the natural one? So you kind of like a ooh. What?
I love you.
Like a what is it? Like Legolas when he grabs that horse, you just kind of swing yourself around, super agile. You're now on the back of the owlbear, and I will still give you an action, so you can still try and grapple above.
Yeah. Can I try and grapple him around his neck sort of thing?
Yeah.
Ooh, 12.
I will give him disadvantage. Oh wait, sorry, it's already there. So 23. So he not only this thing. So you try to grapple him, he breaks free of that. That's fine, but then he rolls a 12. Let's say against it. Okay, so I'll say you try and grab hold of him. He tries to toss you off, but you both. It's kind of a stalemate. You don't manage to grapple him, or nobody's managed to toss you off. So, give me another grapple.
21.
21. Yeah, so that works. So now you've got him kind of a headlock, and he's gonna try and crane his head round. He probably can't do that. He's an owl. He'll move his neck round and beak you twice. So that's 16 and 11.
Both miss.
Both miss. So can't just use dodge out one way and dodge out the other way with his beak. Give me another graph.
19?
You're still in his back, so I'll still do disadvantage. So 7. So you manage to, this time, way into him even further, pushing down his neck, and you push him to the real close to the ground, but no longer on his leg. He's going to try and beat you again. 9, really struggling like under your grip to get him. Give him one more back to try and firmly. Don't know how you pin an owlbear, but see how you jump.
Well, I've got my hands around his neck, right? So
Yeah.
I think I want to try and get like my feet and try and just like wedge him down.
Yeah,
So like try and wrap the feet around as well and just put all my weight behind it. $17.
Nice.
He rolls a natural 1. So at this point, the dwarf is like, all right, and he jumps over the ropes, and he jumps over the fence, and he kind of looks at the owlbear, and he's like, 1, 2, 3. All right, release him. Do you let go?
I do, but I try and grab some of his feathers on the way down.
Oh!
Okay, you manage to get a kind of a handful of feathers as you roar off them, and the owlbear kind of almost disgraced, it seems like, kind of rises up, almost like completely tame with this guy around, and he kind of pats him on the side. He's like, all right, you fourth bow, beaky. Now, back in your cage, and he kind of ushers the owlbear back into the cage. But the
Can I pat him on the side before he goes in?
yeah, you do. You touch him, and he stops, and then he kind of looks at you, and he like you're kind of on eye level, I guess, or maybe like he's like a little bit taller, and he brings his beak in very, very close to you, and just kind of gives you very affectionate like
Oh.
touch on your nose, and proceeds into the cage. The guy kind of closes the cage and whips the thing over, and then he gives you, he's like, you fought very well. I've never seen anyone beat my owlbear in the last 2 years, so congratulations. It is well deserved, and gives you 100 gold.
Good job, Marlo. Amazing.
Okay. And you
I want to
Yeah.
just run over to the thing and get someone to chuck me over there. Can someone chuck me the toy kobold? Not Kraz, the other one.
Yeah, I grab
thought
it.
you-
Throw
Thank
it
you.
over.
And I take it over to the cage
yeah.
and ask if I can give it to the owlbear.
The dwarf's like, oh, all right, and he pulls the cage over just a little bit for you to slide it under.
Yeah.
And like through the curtain that now lifted up, you kind of see a beak come out. Oh, grab it and I'll pull it back. And you just see like
Aw.
an owlbear just kind of like curling up into its new friend, and the dwarf drops the cage in the curtain, and you don't see him anymore.
I hold mine closer. I'm not giving mine away.
Okay. So now it's kind of getting into later in the day. All you see left, there's a few more games. Feel like maybe people are getting super drunk now. You see someone being sick. One guy like just pooping in the plaza. It's getting like getting a little bit intense, and but busy still. And even though it's a kind of winter day, just the mass of people around, it's getting kind of hot. There's this kind of stench of wine and poop and wee building up, but it's not overly pleasant with just these massive poor people just kind of milling about. There's only a few things you haven't seen. There's the dragon race, there's catch poogie. You do walk past the tent that says fortune teller. One sec, the cats are going. Wait. Hey!
On the street.
You walk past
Be mad.
this kind of large tent with a fortune teller sign outside.
Would any of you like to go in that?
Yeah,
Yes.
So Hugh.
sure.
Okay, you want to go
I'll
inside?
wait for you to have your reading first.
This could be fun.
You go inside, and there is a this is it's kitted out with all sorts of kind of crazy, almost like voodoo stuff, like potions and books and like shelves full of oddities, and there's a kind of a small table with a wizened old hag sat behind it. She's like, "Come, sit.
I sit.
You wish your fortune read?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
10 gold."
I hand her 10 gold.
She's
Wow.
got her eyes shut the whole time, and she takes the 10 gold. She's like, "Your palm,
I put
your
my palm.
palm."
I put my palm in it.
takes your palm, and she doesn't read your palm, but she takes your palm in her hands. It's like, interesting. And she lets your palm go, and then she brings out kind of from almost nowhere, from up her sleeve, she brings out some tarot cards, and she pulls out 3 for you in a row.
This is one-on-one private sessions, right? He's alone, right?
Yeah, he's alone. Nobody
Yeah.
else.
Okay. Good.
Okay. So
Yeah.
she kind of, again with her eyes closed, hasn't even looked at you. She pulls the first card over, and it is she pulls it over, and she kind of touches the card. She's like, the jury, and it's kind of the picture is kind of a bunch of people stood behind like a courtroom jury arrangement. You know,
Yeah,
it's
sure,
like
yeah.
it's like a jury.
Yeah.
She's like, I see judgment in your future. Does that mean anything to you?
No, ma'am, it doesn't.
She pulls the second card, and this one is a cup. And she says, the chalice. Your endeavors will yield success and great gains. And then she pulls over the third one, and the third one is it's a moon, and she's like, but everything you know will change with the turning of the moon.
It is specifically?
I'm sorry.
Is there anything specific that just...
I've already laid out your future, child.
Alright, thank you.
Change, judgment, and wealth.
Thank you so much.
Go well.
Okay.
Next.
I run in.
Alright, fuck out the tape.
Kraz runs in. And Kraz, she does exactly the same thing to you. So she kind of she touches your kind of scaly palm, and she says, an outsider. Alone, but not alone. And then she pulls like three cards for you. The first one is she turns it over, and it's a spider. And she says, you are stuck in a complex web, I see. And then she pulls over another one, and it's a sword. And she's like, I see the military in your future. And then she pulls over another one, and it's this one is a picture of someone who looks exactly like her, like a wizened old hag with a pointy hat. It looks like a witch. And she's like, oh, I see some dark magic around you. Is that helpful, child?
Indeed it is. Thank you so much.
She rolls up the cards and puts them back into the deck. Next.
I walk out and I look at Otis and I wink.
Anyone else?
Sure, why not?
Ooh, Jeff Fraxton wants to go. Same thing for you, Jeff Fraxton. She's like, a warrior. A warrior who yearns for something lost.
Yes.
She pulls some cards out for you, and the first one is a kind of like a horrific sight. She says, It's it looks like not Salvador Dali, like that scream painting, like somebody with a warped face, like screaming. She's like, I see that things will get worse for you before they get better. And then she pulls the next one, and this next one is of a bull with huge horns and big red eyes. She's like, I see that you will achieve your ends through brute force and determination. And then she pulls one last one. She's like, last one now. And you see kind of a buxom lady in kind of a revealing dress led up against like a kind of a wooden shack. She's like, the whore. I see you are, perhaps, I see an ambitious woman in your future. Was that helpful, my child?
Can't help me figure out where my item is?
What item is that, child?
I'm looking for my holy symbol. I kind of point at the little slot missing in the armor on my chest.
Come closer to me, child.
Right. I'll lean in.
She puts her wrinkly old hands on your face. She kind of feels the contours of your face. She's like, I see the item that you seek. 10 more gold.
Fine.
Takes 10 gold. She kind of puts it up her sleeve. She's like, goes back to your face. Touches your face. I see a precious object. Stolen?
Yes.
Stolen by an orc.
Yes.
Stolen by a halfling.
Okay.
And then stolen thrice by a raven. Seek the raven, child, and you will find what is precious to you.
All right.
Was that helpful, child?
I certainly hope so.
Enjoy
Thank you for your time.
Enjoy the festival.
Go outside.
So, are you be rich?
Jeff Fraxton, as you leave, she reaches out for you one more time. I see you and your companions. Your fates tied with the fate of this city. Its doom and your doom begin today.
Our doom and the city's doom?
She lets go of you. Go now. Enjoy the festival.
I'm not supposed to enjoy the festival after something like that.
Jeff, actually, you go out.
Impending doom. Shut out.
Hey! Jeff Fraxton comes out having been in there longer than anybody else.
So, are you be rich? Successful?
We doomed. And then I
Oh.
go to the side.
She says, with no explanation. And she just walks off.
Oh, she said that our fate is intertwined with that of the city, and that both the city and us are doomed.
Huh.
Which is not very well.
I guess we go to a different city.
Oh. I mean, she
And
said
as-
this city, right?
Huh?
Kira, ask you a question.
I definitely don't want to go in there now. This is.
I can't hear you.
Let's
It's very
move
quiet,
on.
at least.
Let's
You
go.
don't. You have your microphone in, Curb.
Let's go. It's on this microphone.
You're very quiet.
I'll switch mics.
Speak now.
Hello.
That's better.
Yeah.
It was already coming out of that one. That's why.
Yeah.
Oh
What's up? You want to go in?
no,
You don't?
I don't want to go in. I don't think we should go in. It's scary in there, by the sounds of things. I don't want to talk about doom.
Anyone else want to go in?
Nah.
You don't believe in fate.
I make my
Smith.
own fate.
I don't
prayers.
believe in crazy old ladies.
Okay, and as Smithy says that, you hear from beyond the plaza, kind of bells and trumpets start coming, and the crowd kind of like gets excited and starts kind of moving towards, clustering around, kind of the entrance in the plaza from Valhingen Graveyard, and this music starts getting louder and louder. And you guys kind of struggle, crowds and Zephyrabella especially, struggle to see what is coming over the crowds. Unless you get like a boost.
I can take one of you up on my shoulder.
People are kind of like jostling ahead of you, getting ready to see.
I
what's
grab
going
Kras and I put him up on my shoulder.
on. Okay, so you can kind of crimp and preen, and you see. At first, all you see is kind of a large statue of a robed man, kind of coming towards you. It's huge. It looks like it's like 10 feet tall, coming towards you from the graveyard. And as they get closer, you see that this is the procession of Lucor. Everyone, give me a history check. Or everyone, give me a religion check or a history check, no matter what, whichever one's higher.
I wouldn't get advantage on that, would I?
They're equally bad.
Oh yeah, no.
I rolled a 3. Yeah.
19.
Hey.
So, Kraz, you've been doing a little bit of research into the kind of city's traditions, and you know, Lucor was a saint of Kellenvor, and he is. This is kind of like his day. Oh, sorry, Bill. I'll give you advantage because you read the book,
That's what I'm
so
saying.
you know it as well. So yeah, it's he is the saint of patron saint of the dead, whatever. He's a big guy in the kind of Kellenvor mythology, and you know, you see this every year they bring this kind of statue out, and as the statue gets closer, you see people kind of going up to the statue as it is kind of paraded through by figures in the cloaks of the Order of the Silent Shroud. People go up to it and they're attaching kind of drawings of faces, and they're kind of putting drawings on it, and there are flowers on it, and it's this amazing kind of basically like a parade, like a float, right, with a big statue of this robed saint. You see several people you recognize. So at the front of the procession, Taplin, you recognize Lady Paley Sokol. That's your mum.
Yeah.
She is at the front of the procession, holding a chalice in her hand, and also with him, with his hood down, is, you all recognize him, Doom Guide Yavor, and then flanked with him is Cast Glandon, his daughter, cropped hair in kind of very fine, not fine, but her grey robes. And then flanking Paley is a huge human male in full plate armor and a greatsword. Taplin, you recognize this as Sir Sten Steel.
Oh man.
So the procession kind of gets up to you, and there's people kind of like they're rushing up, they're putting on flowers, they're throwing on their pictures of maybe their loved ones. Taplin, you see a large kind of oil painting of your brother Igan Sokol, and he has a very nice wreath kind of on this parade float as it passes, and your heart kind of pangs a little bit as it gets a bit closer to you. And however, from behind, all six of you kind of stood there. Men start moving through the crowd, and one of them pushes you and Jarfraxon kind of out the way, and you almost topple. And they walk in and they block the passage of the parade float. And the music stops, and the parade kind of all of a sudden unexpectedly comes to an end. These men, if you look at them, they are kind of dirty looking. They all, kind of rough clothes, rough looking goatees, like rough beards, and generally like dirty looking commoners. And they stand and they bar the way of the procession, and the whole crowd goes quiet, kind of confused on what's going on. And one of them steps up to Paley, and he's like, "You nobles," and he seems like super drunk. He's like, "You nobles with your fancy dresses and your fancy flowers, having this festival, when us poor folk are starving in the streets. You don't care about us. You just care about your nice things and your fancy mansion." And Paley, who's I'd say she's probably kind of in her early 50s. She's a very elegant lady in a beautiful kind of light green dress. Seems very kind of perturbed and almost scared. And this huge guy, Yvord Landon and Cass, they seem kind of confused about what's going on. And Sir Sten Steeltide, this big guy in plate armor, he's like, "Stand back, commoner. Get out of the way before I fuck you up." He's like, and the guy's like, "Oh, fuck you up. Fuck all of you lot." And he moves forward and he punches Paley in the face, knocks her into the dirt. And this chalice, this kind of this relic that she seems to be holding, spills onto the floor. And everyone around you lets out like an audible, and there's silence. And then Krad's on top of Jabrex's shoulder. You shoot, Mage Armor. So Sten, still tied, without even a second thought, draws his great sword and cuts off the man's arm. The arm kind of falls to the floor onto the Podal Plaza stones, and just like starts bleeding onto the other guy's shoulder, and they all kind of look like always like horrified and angry. And the guy who punched Paley just kind of rolls onto the floor, just like trying to deal with his arm situation. And the whole scene erupts into absolute chaos. The five guys that are left all draw daggers and short swords hidden in their clothes, and they move into attack. Does anybody want to do anything?
I throw a firebolt at one of the attackers.
What?
I'm just gonna start charging at them.
Okay, right.
I'm
So,
following
through the
Smithy,
crowd.
So yeah. Sure.
so everybody roll for initiative, please.
Okay.
So the people attacking the nobles are the ones that are charging?
Yeah, there are like five dirty looking guys. They've all drawn kind of swords.
Oh.
They're all they're moving in on kind of the kind of procession people.
Okay, the important people?
Yeah,
I don't know what
yeah.
procession means.
So sorry, the procession is like it's like a parade, right? So there are people. There's people carrying the float, all in dark grey robes of the Order of the Silent Shroud, the priests.
Right.
Cast is there. Doomguy Yavor is there. This Paley Sokol, who you don't know, but is a noble of the house, and this huge giant armor. They're kind of escorting the float as it moves through the town.
Right.
And now these dirty guys, have stepped through the crowd, and they're going to attack. Bear with me. So we're not going to do a map. We're just going to do imagination of the mind.
I love it.
Yeah.
Theatre of the mind, even. In fact, I just moved you over, which wasn't what I wanted to do. Okay, so these guys will also roll initiative. If I can find them. They roll a 5. And let's get some battle music. Okay, could you please, one by one, shout out your initiatives? Because I'm on a different screen.
10.
One sec. Okay, sorry, Kraz. 10.
10.
Can you see the turn order coming up?
Not yet.
See the little menu, but no names in there yet.
No worries, I'll track it. Who's next? Thank you.
40. And I got 6.
6. Kira.
6.
Jeff Raxon.
8.
Taplin.
8.
I don't. Okay, never mind. It's meta gaming.
Who did I miss? Zephyrabella?
7.
Only a 7.
None of us rolled over 10.
No. Let's find
What's the bigger?
Sten.
10.
So Sten was a 16. Okay, so him, his huge greatsword already bloody. He's gonna immediately try and stab out at one of the other attackers. Does 11 damage. So he just slashes one of these guys, only wearing kind of like grubby leather armor, not much else. You know, slashes him across the chest. Next up is Kraz. So you see kind of two guys who kind of stood in front of Sir Sten, and three guys kind of heading toward your wall, and then one guy kind of heading kind of round the side of the rate. Kind of in between.
I can't hear you.
Can't hear me?
I think we need to restart cool maybe. Doing that thing.
Okay, you want to restart?
Yeah.
No,
Sure.
might be right.
You hear me now?
Oh.
Yeah, much better.
Try
Well, if you speak for an extended period of time, then the volume dips really low. It's kind of like it did with Cavs.
Yeah.
Interesting. I wonder if it's because my... Just turn this battle music down a little bit. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Those
better.
are
Go,
far,
so
so
happens.
good.
Maybe cutting down because of the music.
It's okay.
Anyway, so...
Weird.
Sorry, so I'll do that again. So, Kraz, there are two guys kind of like squaring up to Sir Sten,
Yeah.
short swords drawn. There are three guys moving in on Cast and Yavor, and there is one guy kind of moving along the side, starting to move along the side of the float.
Okay. How far are we as a group away from them?
You're like maybe a couple of rows back. Probably like only maybe 5 feet from the edge of the crowd, but it would be considered like difficult terrain to push past the crowd.
Okay.
And like people,
Uh.
so some people are kind of like people behind you are trying to get a better view of what's going on. People near the scene of the blood are trying to push back, so it's quite hard to. But you're on top of.
You're on
Jafrax's
my shoulders.
shoulders.
So.
Okay, I'm gonna try and jump off her shoulders into the arena.
Okay, make me an acrobatics roll.
Yes. Sorry. 17.
Yeah, okay. You with some dexterity, you manage to just jump over the crowd, pushing yourself off of Jafraxon, and you land stable in front of a crowd of people with this kind of bloody scene ahead of you.
All right, so there's 3 heading for cast, and
3 heading for cast, they're kind of closest to you, and then on the
Yeah.
other side of the kind of
yeah, those 2.
street, 2 guys squaring up against this huge knight.
All right, are those 3 guys that are heading towards cast and Doomguide? Are they within 15 feet of each other?
Sorry, the guys. Yes.
The 3. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna 2 sorcery points and cast darkness right on top of them. And I have that on top of that.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, you're able to do that, and yes, it envelops you as well as the kind of civilians behind you. But it envelops them, and I would say probably Cast and Yavor too. And so what you can see through it?
Yeah.
If you cast it with sorcery points, you can see through the darkness. Excellent. So you do that. So now there is a thick, kind of black, magical sphere of darkness around Kraz. Anything else?
That's my action. So that is it for me now.
Smithy, it's your go. So you see a small kobold. What do you do with the kobold toy?
I let go of it as I jumped, so it landed like
question.
probably next to me or a couple feet away.
So you see him jump with a kobold toy, and as he's in the air, he drops it, and it kind of just falls to the floor amongst the crowd. And he jumps over, and there's a moment, and then this huge, whoomp, kind of a black sphere of darkness, kind of now in between, like you and the action.
Where's my mum's?
Like basically, the last you saw of her, she is beyond the darkness.
The other side of the darkness.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna shout behind to the... And Kraz is in the darkness with the other guys.
As far as you can tell, I mean, you can't see him anymore because there's a crowd.
I can see through darkness. I can't see through crowds. Okay, so... so I'm just gonna start running towards the darkness, and I turn back to the other guys, and I say, I'll get Kraz! Protect my mum! And then I just gonna charge at the darkness, and on the way, just reach into my shadow and pull out the hammer.
Do you run into darkness? Can you see in the dark?
Yeah.
Through this? You sure?
I can see through magical darkness. I don't know if here we go.
Devil's Sight. You see, normally in darkness, both magical and non-magical. So you get in, and you feel like you're in it, but you can see in it, and it's like dark vision. It's grey around you. You can see Kraz clearly casting this spell, and 3 of these thugs, dirty-looking thugs, and 2. So it's Cast and Doomguide.
Okay, so just the one I'm nearest, I'm going to use my bonus action to do Hexblade's Curse, and I used my action to apparate the hammer. So that's it. And I get up right next to him.
Get right next to him, so you do that.
Yeah.
So what's Hexblade's Curse? Sorry, I don't know what any of these stuff is.
So Hexblade's Curse, it basically means I have a bonus to I'll read it to you.
Sure.
Basically, as a bonus action, the target is cursed for a minute. Again, a bonus to damage rolls. Any attack is a crit on a 19 or 20, and I heal if they die.
Okay. Good. But that's the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Jafraxon, next up. You've had Kraz kind of leap off
dropping his kobold toy, and now there are lines of
no.
people ahead of you. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna try to barge through and run up to where I saw Cast.
Okay, so you do that. So you have to struggle to get through the crowd, and you get there. But as you get to the front, you are just enveloped in a darkness that you cannot see through.
Yeah, I assumed as much. But I'm just gonna go on where I saw her last.
Okay, sure. So you can kind of like feel your way around. Give me like a perception check.
19.
19. So fine. You can kind of like remember where she was and kind of grope around, and you manage to kind of lay your hands on somebody, and you kind of like weirdly touch their head, and you're able to you kind of feel like a lady's kind of cropped blonde hair, and she's like, "Ah, what's happening?"
I just draw the halberd, and I'm like, it's me! And then I'm gonna hold it out like a barricade, basically, for the... Yeah. For the people
Okay.
I saw coming. That's it.
Not a problem. Zephyrella.
Okay, I'm gonna use my halfling nimbleness and just like scoot through the legs of the crowd.
No problem. Do some.
So is it just all in darkness at the front?
No, so only, yeah, at the front, kind of at the nearest corner of the parade float, it's a sphere of darkness. That now Jarfraxon, Cass, Doomguy, Yavor, Sniffy, Three Blokes, and Kraz are all in.
Yeah.
Great plan!
As you get to the the kind of edge, you do see one guy starting to move like kind of further along the side of the float.
Okay, I'm gonna move towards him. How far away is he?
He's almost like 5 feet, 10 feet. You 5 feet to like get up in melee range with him.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, cool. What do you do?
Is he looking shifty?
I mean, he's
Got
part
his
of the
weapons out.
part of
yeah.
the crew. Yeah, he's pulled a bludgeon from his from pants.
Well, I'm gonna beat my chest again, go into a rage, and just take a swing at him with my hand axe.
So your heart starts beating, and as you do this, you feel kind of a warmth coming from the totem on your on around your neck.
Cool.
Sorry, what do you want to do? Beat him?
I'm gonna grab it and get my hand axe out and just.
Do you
Wait.
have your axe?
Yeah.
How did you bring your axe into the festival?
Didn't we have our weapons with us?
I thought
No,
you,
everyone's
everybody
standard.
but
Oh, did we? I thought that was
so
just the
you
evening thing.
and
Jorthaxon.
I think that's what you said, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's what
I
we
think we
Okay.
stashed everything apart
but-
from the two bodyguards.
Zephy, you just demonstrated you don't need no weapon to deal with someone like.
Yeah, so
Very
I'm just
true.
gonna
Difference
try
to the
and
fucking
wrestle him.
helmet.
Yeah. I'll try and wrestle him to the ground then.
You're a wrestler, so you want to grapple him?
Oh, what's he got?
He's got like a bludgeon. Like
Okay,
a big
can I try and like grapple him and get it off him at the same time, or?
I would say. So we've had it before where Jarfraxon's disarmed a guy, but I think I made it a bit too easy and she won the fight when she did that. So
Okay.
I think
Actually,
like
I used a spell to do that, so that was totally
no, when
legit.
we're down in the crypt.
What?
Oh no, wait, you did use a spell. You
Yeah.
got the guy to take it. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
That was pretty baller. Okay, cool. So I think you'd have to really, I think you'd first have to grapple him as an
Okay.
action, and that's just like holding him in place so
Yeah.
he can't move anywhere he's going. And then
Okay.
I think you'd have to do like another check to like get him onto the floor to basically like restrain him, which he can still break out of. And then I think maybe it's even a third action to like take the weapon off him at that point.
Okay. Well,
I think like so Hugh has the option to have like certain moves that could disarm an opponent, but you're not kind of trained in that way to do it.
okay. I'll just try and grapple him then.
Okay, give me a strength check.
$16.
Okay. find the thug. Oh, he rolls a 15, so you're able to just kind of grab him. Where do you want to grab him?
I just.
Grab his leg.
Three in the small hole.
Grab his leg and hold him in place. And he's trying to move further down, but he is unable to. Okay. Any more for any more?
Nope, that's it.
Kira, you're good.
Alright, so I'm like, there's just a crowd, we're all pushing through, there's a big
It's
dome
all
of
going
darkness.
crazy. People trying to get away at this point now.
Yeah. And where's is I mean, Otis is nearby charging forward as well, is he?
I don't know what Sergio was doing yet. Sergio's still kind of like trying to work out what's going on.
waiting for his turn.
He hasn't moved yet.
So while he's looking like he's thinking about what to do, I turn to old Otis and I'm just like, how does an old forgotten farmer in his twilight go from milking cows to wearing armor in a fortnight, from country hick to unanointed charmer and a white knight, a legendary sword-swinging hero in his own right? His name's Sir Hugh, but dip into his past and it will come to light he counted revenue and he's a natural suburbanite. Don't let that fool you. Blackdoor will get factual and impolite, and if you stab him in the neck, you are going to lose that fight.
Oh my god.
Very, very impressive. Sergio, take a D6 inspiration dice.
There's some deep cuts in there, man. That's pretty good. Whoa.
Very good. You do that.
I'm
Someone
just
next to you is just like, wow, that's really good.
I just
Actually,
dash
hard.
forward into the crowd. And
I think
that's
you're
it.
waiting for that onlooker. You dash forward. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Now, Sergio, having heard that rap from the crowd.
I am extremely just motivated now. So let me get a. So there's a big black cloud or dome, I guess, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So what's on the outside of it? I'm trying to visualize out the map and everything. So
Basically, the when
Who can I
crowds, you can't see. So all you can see beyond the crowd is the statue of Lucor.
Mhm.
And you see one guy who appears to have something. He's like looking down at his leg, and then beyond the darkness, the sphere of darkness, you see like a Sir Sten, a big knight with two other guys. Everybody else, including most of your party, are enveloped in the darkness, which you cannot see into. It's like a completely obtuse black sphere.
Okay, so I do see the big bad mofo that just shot the guy's arm off.
Yeah, he's kind of like beyond from the direction you're at. You can kind of see him, but you would have to walk through the darkness to get to him. Since he's on like the other side of the street. He's basically, you can see him over the float, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But,
Gotcha.
but the float is enveloped, so some of the corner of the float is enveloped by the sphere as well.
So I can't just get to him without going to the darkness, basically.
Yeah, unless you went all the way around.
Yeah, and that seems like it'd be a long way, I guess. Okay. Never mind that. Okay, so I'll just go to the guy that's looks shifty, I guess, reaching for something.
Yeah. So you can
Potentially,
kind of
yeah.
push through the crowd, and as you get through the crowd, you
Yeah.
see what he's reaching for is that there's a Zephyr Bella like hanging on his leg, trying to stop him from moving. And he's like reaching up with a club, about to strike down at her.
Oh, that's not gonna work. I'm just gonna I'm running just full speed. I'm gonna try to just I guess spear him and tackle him as well, you know?
Spear him.
Yeah,
You get taken to the ground.
Football tackle, bam, yeah.
Okay, give me a strength check.
Would it be with advantage being that she has his leg already?
He can roll at disadvantage.
Okay, that sounds even better. Okay, so you said athletics, or what'd you say?
Yeah, athletics.
Okay, let me find the right thing. Whoa! 20.
Okay. So these guys are kind of like right up against the float. They're only kind of like, 2 or 3 feet away from the float. Sorry, that's a 11. I rolled that twice, my bad. 11, so you do tackle him. However, you kind of tackle him into a member of the Order of the Silent Shroud who is carrying the float. And just with the sheer force and knocking somebody into him, he releases a grip on the float, and it
it kind of all shifts towards you, and this huge kind of statue kind of starts looming over you. It doesn't fall, but the float has become unbalanced. You pushing people into it.
Jesus Christ, we're on a 20 smudge. Okay.
But that's you hit with so much force.
Sure,
basically
sure.
jumped into the float.
Okay. So, and that would be an action or bonus action, by the way. I'm sorry.
Definitely action.
Okay.
So now we have the floor. Seraphine is Zephyrbella's still got hold of select.
Okay. Well, let me. I'll use what was the action surge?
Yeah.
And yeah, sure. I want to I'm going to attempt to knock him unconscious if I can without drawing any blood. So maybe just a good old potentially punch to the face. I mean, he's kind of drunk maybe, so just a good old yeah.
Yeah. So you've got him at advantage. So do a melee attack against him.
I don't even know what that melee attack would that be.
You
I
do
think
an
it's
arm
just-
punch?
Yeah. So is it just D20 plus your strength?
Okay. Strength mod is 3, so D20 plus 3. Whoa! Natural 20.
Okay, but then the damage. What's the damage? Like 1d4.
It's one.
Just one
Should
plus
be
his
that.
strength.
Yeah. Unarmed strikes don't do much. That's why it's kind of a big deal when certain classes and races get like, oh, you get a D4 for damage with unarmed strikes.
There's going to be a lot of punching going on then.
The grappler feat gives you that as well, or the tavern brawler.
Yeah, you're probably right. You have a lot of stuff kind of revolving around on our strikes, don't they?
Strength plus.
I think that's right. That is
Yeah, so it's one
that
plus
is-
your strength bonus. Yeah.
yeah.
You're right. But you can double the one bill, so 2 plus your strength.
Okay, my strength is 3, so it'd be a total of 5, I guess.
Okay, you do 5 damage to this guy. So you just beat him in the face, but he
Yep.
is still conscious for sure.
I'm still on top of him too, right?
Still on top of him?
Yeah, so I'm asking it. That's why it would kind of be like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I have a pin down like I'm a freaking MMA fighter or something. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's definitely still on top of him. So sorry, how much damage? My bad.
5 total damage.
Did you roll it?
Um,
Oh, sorry, you didn't need to.
Yeah.
no, I didn't.
My bad. No,
With the inspiration, can that be used for damage or just attack rolls and stuff?
it's just the attack rolls.
Okay, make sure.
And saving throws.
Yeah, no, the miscellaneous. I got you. Okay, cool. Yes, I guess I'm done then. Maybe as a bonus action, I want to try to just ensure that I keep him pinned down. I don't know if it's a thing or not, but yeah.
Cool. So he's going to try and fight against you,
Try being the keyword, alright?
and going to try and break his hold. So he only was a 7. Do you roll a contested athletics check, please?
Sure. 18.
Yeah, no worries. Do you keep him pinned to the ground? Not a problem. I would say at this point he's definitely like kind of restrained anyway. Okay, the other guys. So one of the guys is gonna attack Jarfraxon. And
With
with
disadvantage, probably.
Yeah.
disadvantage in the dark, yeah, but he's kind of like right up on you. But yeah, he's definitely gonna. But he has their pack tactics, so he can kind of.
Can't.
Oh,
And it
Cancels.
probably cancels out.
yeah, so he cancels that. So it's just one. But he's gonna try and beat you twice, but he just rolls a 10. So you're halberd up, you just chung chung. He's trying to beat up on you. He totally misses. Smithy, one guy is right up on you. He's gonna hit you with a 18,
Yep.
5 damage, and then a 13.
Yep.
So hits you in the dark for
12 points of damage.
Jesus. Whoa.
Hits you kind of in the chest and then in the stomach. Just kind of flailing wildly in the darkness. This other guy is going to, unfortunately, he's going to try and reach down to Paley, and he's just going to punch her again in the face.
Oh my god.
And he does so. You can see it in the darkness. He hits her,
Holy shit.
beating her on the floor. And then these two other guys are going to try and beat Sten. They hit twice. 15 and a 20. Okay, so they do 16 damage to Sir Sten Steeltide.
Good God.
Okay, he's a tank.
He is indeed. And then we go back to the top. So Sir Sten is going to try and rip him a new one. Ooh, yeah, it was a 9. However, he can use Action Surge. And roll again. It's a 25 and hits this guy for 15 damage. And that will definitely kill him. So he runs him through with a greatsword.
Jeez.
Guts him and then slides his sword out, having taken some slashes himself. Now we go to Kraz in the darkness.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. So, the one that's hitting his mom, he's not in the darkness.
No, they're all in the darkness.
Okay. Alright, then I'm gonna cast
Easily
Chaos.
like 15 feet from you, or less than 15 feet from you. 5 feet.
Alright, I'll cast Chaos Bolt at level 2 on the one attacking his mom.
Yep, do it.
So my attack has advantage because he's in the dark and he's blinded.
Yeah, sure.
Whoa.
That's a 20.
Mm-hmm. Hit.
There you go.
That didn't let me scale up. Okay, whatever. It's 4 and 4, 1 and 6. Shit. Oh, the spell is a bit of a pain in the ass. If you roll the same number on both of d8s, the chaotic energy leaps from the target to a different creature of your choice within 30 feet. So I get another attack because they're both 4s. For the damage, we'll say it's force damage.
Okay.
And then because it jumps to a second nearest available target.
Okay,
And I'll
sorry.
look-
It hits him for how much?
In total for him, it's going to be 8, so 11 force damage.
Hits him for
It didn't
11
ask me to-
damage.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
no
level
worries.
1. And the second
And
one
then
in
it
the dark.
jumps to someone.
Yes.
Doesn't it just jump if you roll 2 of the same?
Yeah.
On the
it's just
damage?
2d8.
Yeah, that's what
It
he did.
is. It's 4 and 4. If you hover
Oh,
over the
it's
8, it
not
tells
8 and 3?
No, he rolled. Wait, yeah, it is. He rolled a 4.
Oh, okay.
it's another 20, so it hits the nearest guy for
Yeah, so it then rebounds back into the guy attacking Jafraxon, and then it rolls a 5 and a 5.
Holy shit.
Does it keep going?
Yeah.
Oh my
So
god.
is that 10 damage to him?
it's 14. To the
Does
second guy,
it leap to who?
nearest target.
To the
enemy.
nearest target.
Nearest enemy.
Yeah. The damage for that will be. We'll say
Like,
that. I'll keep it just to the 5. 5 is lightning damage, so that matters. And then to the third guy in the dark.
Yeah. The guy right up
So-
on Smithy.
It's 10.
10 does not hit
Okay.
against
So-
his armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 doesn't hit.
All right. Well, the first two, that's fine.
Okay, so you hit a chaos bolt out at the guy attacking Tapman's mum, and then it bounces as lightning to the next guy, and then it bounces to the next guy, but it just kind of dissipates before he gets there. You've definitely done some work, and now
Bonus action. Bonus
Sorry,
action.
yeah, sorry.
Convert a level 1 spell slot into sorcery points.
Okay. Nope. Now it's Sniffy's go. There's a guy just flailing wildly with a club ahead of you, but in the darkness you see a guy kind of punching your mum on the floor.
Fuck. This is some grim shit.
But there's a guy right on me, right?
Yeah, there's a guy right
There's a guy I'm right up against.
ahead of you. Yeah.
I can't run past him, otherwise he's gonna kill me. This is the guy I've cursed as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take the hammer in 2 hands and just...
Do it.
23.
That hits.
12 bludgeoning damage.
12 points of damage. And bludgeon him, you do.
Yeah.
Hitting him kind of fully kind of on the side. Yeah, definitely doing some damage.
That's it.
That's it for Smithy.
Hmm.
Okay, on to Jarfraxon. So you've got a guy kind of wailing at you in the darkness ahead of you, but you can't see him either.
Have I heard cast move?
No, she's kind of like stood behind you, can't see
She's
anything.
behind, okay.
She's behind you. Yeah.
The 3 guys that I did see, were they together? Because
Yeah,
one
they're-
of them
you,
had...
you know they're all kind of in the vicinity somewhere.
Right.
Close.
Should I do
One
something
guy is
stupid?
on you, but in complete darkness, it's very hard to tell where the other 2 guys are.
Yeah.
They were nearby.
Should I do something stupid, guys? No encouragement. Okay. But I'm just gonna go for it and hope that I don't kill anyone that I'm not supposed to. So I take the halberd and I swivel it up and I
Yeah.
strike it into the ground, and
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave,
Okay.
and I'm gonna use a channel divinity, destructive wrath, to deal max damage.
Oh.
Okay.
This is gonna hurt.
Shit.
I can put it up there if you guys want to see what it
Yes.
does.
And Thunderwave as well.
Use
Oh,
your
I thought I
chance
clicked it.
With the power of the storm, and when you roll lightning or thunder damage, you can use your channel wave to deal maximum damage. Okay. Good.
And the thunder wave is a... Why won't it come up to the... I click it, but it doesn't... It says bloop, and then nothing
Bloop?
happens.
I can't see anything.
What?
You
You
trying
don't
to put
set
up Thunder
your
Wave? I
sheet.
can put mine up here.
Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't come up.
Yeah.
Bloop! Bloop, and nothing bloop.
That's weird. Oh,
There. Oh wait, I was expecting it to do a thing instead of actually rolling the shit.
Oh!
You need to change it to spell card.
I can try to... Let's see here.
A wave of
Sure.
thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8, in this case maxed, and is pushed 10 feet away from you. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage, and isn't pushed.
okay. No worries. So you can. That's absolutely fine. So we'll do damage. So the damage is full, yeah? So it's 16 damage.
Yes.
Okay. So.
Everyone in a 15-foot cube
Yeah,
emanating from
so it's yeah, everyone in front of me that's in a 15-foot
But they
cube.
can still save against it. So
Yeah,
the 2
can.
thugs do a con saving throw. One rolls 8 and one rolls 7.
They both
Nice.
fail.
So they both fail and they take the full damage and are pushed 10 feet away from you.
Yes.
Okay, so this one, you feel his presence just zoom, move away from you, for sure. There's one further into the darkness, who I'll tell you also gets pushed 10 feet away of you, and pushed out of the darkness. So he kind of comes out of the darkness like, whoa.
Cool.
and he takes the damage. He's looking pretty rough now. However, Smithy and Kraz also make a Constitution saving
That's
throw.
what happens when you cast darkness in the middle of the fucking.
Because
So the answer is to cast Thunderwave on the party.
if the darkness is 15 feet and
Yeah.
the thunder wave is 15 feet cube, then you're definitely within each other.
7.
Kraz doesn't make it.
What's the DC?
What's the DC?
13. So
Third-
you say.
13?
Yeah.
Whew, thank God. I would have been dead.
Okay,
Same.
so
More
Kraz,
seven.
you just take sorry, you take the full brunt of the damage.
16 damage.
16 damage. Smithy, you
have
take
to
8.
roll
And darkness
Constitution.
ends.
Yeah.
And you are. Oh, and darkness ends.
So you
Well,
need
well,
to make
I
a
have
check.
to roll, I have to roll a con save, yeah.
Yeah, do that.
I think the DC is it 10?
Which I succeed.
Okay.
Fuck.
Darkness doesn't end, but you are pushed out of it. So you and a rough-looking guy are pushed out of it. Look at each other like, oh, what happened? And Smithy, you stay where you are, but you are hurt by it.
Uh-huh.
Take the brunt. Jeff Raxton, anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's it.
Good. Zephyrella.
Can I try and take the weapon off the guy, seeing
Now
as,
you can. Yeah, sure.
he's kind of pinning him down as well?
So give me a athletics check.
$24?
And so you disarm him of his club. You now have a club.
Nice. Does
Anything
that
else?
take? Is that my whole action?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like "Argh!" at him. That's it.
Yeah. Does that lose your rage?
Yeah.
Does that?
Yeah,
Don't
you didn't take any
attack,
damage or,
don't
or
damage.
deal any damage.
Oh,
you
so
don't have
that's
to take
count
damage.
as
You have to
attack.
attack. You have to attack, don't you? Yeah, I wouldn't say you're not attacking him. Trying to disarm.
You
Not a
have to-
very rage-like maneuver.
Can I use a bonus action to like punch him with a hand?
No.
That's a different subclass of barbarian.
Okay. I'm fine.
Your rage drops.
Yeah.
Kira, I have no idea where you are. You're in
I'm out. I think I'm out. I think I'm sort of just pushing through the crowd on the way
out
to
of the
that
crowd.
big dome.
And you inspired. So you're looking at the float. Ahead of that, you can see Sir Sten just cut down one guy. There's another guy still up. You see Kraz and another guy get blown out of this sphere of darkness. And to your left, you see Zephyrella take a club off a guy. Looks like he's about to beat his head in.
I smile to myself at Zephyrella. I guess the guy that has been pushed out of this sphere. I guess I just run up to him and just like wham, just like punch him in the nose with my
Sure.
characteristic strength, right?
You can so you kind of take off at a run. You kind of run around the sphere. The crowd now moving out. Definitely, nobody looking to step in and intervene when so many people are drawing weapons and fighting. But the crowd start moving out and give space around the circle, around the sphere, and you just run in and lump him on. Do it.
I roll a natural 1 minus 1. That's a 0.
So
Roll at a 0.
on your way, you go to do like a Superman punch, but trip and stumble as you get there and fall over your own feet, and you are now knocked prone at the feet of this guy. Totally failing in your heroic.
You get an A for effort, though, Cap.
I didn't think it was going to be all that successful. I think that's me. I don't even know what's happening inside the sphere, much less be able to heal anybody I can't see. So, yeah, that's me.
Absolutely. So Hugh, it's your go. You're on top of this guy now, disarmed.
I'm gonna keep punching him.
Okay. Go bonk him.
Bonk him. Yeah, I really want to just not kill him the F out much. So I'm
Yep.
gonna assume my fists are the quickest way to do that. So I quickly forgot What should I roll? 20. Okay, D20 plus strength. Yep.
D20 plus strength. Yeah.
22.
Hits.
Boom.
It's how much damage? It's what's your strength?
1 plus 3 is 4 damage.
4 damage. So you kind of lifts his head up, getting ready to kind of push himself out, and you just nail him right in the head, and he dunk hits the back of his head on the floor and is knocked unconscious.
Yeah.
Out cold, and his body just goes limp under you, totally knocked out.
As a bonus action, me getting up or standing up, is that a bonus action?
It's half your move.
Okay, well, let me do that. And then, real quick, okay, there was somebody knocked out of the darkness a second ago, right?
No.
Yeah, but that's somewhere away now. That's maybe like 20 feet further that way.
I mean,
They're not like away from the parade. They're not further into the path.
Okay, well, how about this? The float. You said the guy got knocked
the guy's
over.
like he's knocked over, and there's a couple of guys trying to steady it. They've got like poles they're holding, and it's definitely unbalanced.
Can I maybe as bonus action try to help him be more secure? I guess.
Yeah, I think you can definitely just take your body in the way, so you can take
just for a second.
Take the guy's place and.
I don't want to take his place. I'll be stuck there for like an hour. So I just want to just try to help him, assist him. Yeah, maybe get underneath it with him, opposed to
Yeah, so you could just put your. Well, it's not an action, but just to use your movement, just to put yourself like there.
Sure. Yeah.
To help them steady it. Okay,
Yeah, that'd be awkward for that to fall over. I mean, it's a mess. We don't want that to happen in a parade. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. The guy next to you says Stan, not strength, my bad. Hits him for 5 damage, wailing at him with one of his clubs. The guy next to Smithy will attack without advantage. He rolls a 17 and a 1.
So the 17 hits.
3 damage.
Okay.
Still up?
Yep.
Nice. The guy will with Kira at his feet will just bend down and just while you're on the floor. So with advantage, natural 20 and an 18.
That does hit.
So it's 4 damage from the that one, and then so it's 17 damage in total. Just beating you in the back of the head as you've stumbled to his feet. Cannot believe his luck. And then Smithy taking another blow to your side, just beyond your sight. You see the other guy lay into your.
This fucking guy. I swear to God, I'd fuck him up if I could see him.
Really hates nobles. Gives you another.
Shit.
Gives you another one.
Gives me another one.
Sorry, gives Paley another one.
Just
I mean, if I could see this happening, I would intervene. But it's like I don't know what to do.
Okay. So Sten. 13 will hit this guy. Hits him for 12 damage, but he's not quite dead. Slashes at him. Which is weird, 'cause I don't have a health for him anymore. Oh, I do. Minus 12. So in the background you see Sir Sten still taking on these thugs. Back to Kraz.
Okay.
Your guy just stood right next to you, ignoring you, but beating Kira over the back of the head.
Okay.
With a huge blow from his bludgeon.
Sure. I'm gonna cast Chaos Bolt again at first level, but I'm gonna use 2 sorcery points and twin it.
Okay.
It's gonna be a lot of bolts flying around.
Okay. Ready?
The first one's gonna go for the one hitting Kira.
Yeah.
And she's next to him, so it's pack tactics.
Yep.
24.
Definitely hits.
All right. luckily it's not the same nonsense. So it's 13 damage, and it's going to be 5 and a 7. We'll say psychic damage.
Psychic damage. So I have no idea what that looks like, but you kill him with it. So
His head
hit
explodes.
him with this.
Wow.
Yeah, his ears start bleeding, and he just falls
Yeah.
to the floor, dead.
All right, and the other bolt I'm going to send to the one hitting Smithy's bomb.
Yep. To the Smithy's mum.
Yeah.
Cool.
19.
That hits.
All right, so that's another 17 damage, and it's going to be
Fuck.
psychic.
So same again. So
Yeah.
this guy, like a purple bolt of magic, just sidewinds its way through the darkness, hits him, envelops him, and again he starts trembling, ears bleed, and he falls dead on top of Paley.
Nice.
I just collapsed to my knees. That's. I'm going to move 10 feet away from the sphere of darkness.
No worries.
Yeah.
Smithy, you okay? You got one guy in front of you.
How does he look, this guy in front of me?
Rough.
Okay, I'm just going to hit him.
Yeah.
21?
21 definitely hits.
10.
Cave his head in.
Yeah!
Oh my god.
Blood all over
Ugh.
Total Plaza on this
Yeah.
sacred day.
Oh. I'm
I
sorry.
heal because he was my curse. So I heal Warlock level plus charisma modifier. I heal 7. Yes.
And last but not least, Sir Sten stabs another guy through, runs him through, and the guy collapses. And battle ends.
Shit.
I drop the darkness. And I
Drop the
crawl over
darkness
to
to
Kira.
reveal the bloody carnage all over the route to Stogenale Castle. One guy has his head smashed in, 2 guys bleeding from their ears. Sir Sten stands with 3 bodies, 1 guy with no arm in front of him, his sword bloody, his armor covered in blood. The only unhurt guy is a guy unconscious underneath Sir Hugh that he's beaten. Kira looks hurt, and everybody, the crowd that's still left that haven't backed off, just stand in like a silence.
So I can get
Sure.
underneath this float, by the way, right? Or just
To do.
awkward?
You're underneath. Yeah, I think now the guy kind of stands up and takes it off you. The statue unharmed. The whole crowd stands in a certain silence. Taplin, you see your mum beaten bloody on the floor.
Oh god.
Kira,
Hey, I'll go check.
Kira
Yeah, I
stands
go
up,
over to her.
and like she's like blood kind of trickling from her mouth, and she sort of, as best she can, hurries hobbling over to Smithy and tries to cast healing word on his mum.
You put a hand on her face. She is still conscious.
Oh,
Put
shit.
a hand on her face and heal, and the kind of wounds seal up, but she is badly bruised and shaken. And Taplin, you come over. She's got kind of squinty eyes where the swelling has come over. What do you do?
So I put the hammer down on the ground, and it just kind of sinks into the ground. And then I just think I just kneel down next to her and put like my hand on like her head, you know.
She grabs your hand. She's like, Remy, is that you?
I just bite my lip and like
Oh my god.
Sir Sten just calmly puts his great sword back. At this point,
Cast, alright?
Cast is shaken, but she's fine. Doomguy Javor kind of steps out in front of the procession and looks around. At this point, ever slow to react, the grunts of the Black Fist have kind of been around, like in the area, but not necessarily close to the procession. Start moving through the crowd in a hurry to try and. they're you know they're dealing with stuff. They're on their way, and Doom Guide Yavor kind of walks out into the blood splattered path that the procession would have taken towards the castle, and he looks around you all. He looks at Sir Sten. He looks at Smithy. He looks at Kraz and Kira. He looks at kind of Paley's busted face, the chalice of Kellenvor, the sacred object of the church, just spilled on the floor, discarded and chipped maybe. He looks around and he's like, "What have you done? You've doomed us all." And that's where we end the game.
Oh! You've doomed us.
I think, well, as soon as it ended, I think I would just crawl over to find my doll. I don't give a shit. Just go find my doll.
It's dirty, but you find it. In the panic, nobody's going to pick up a kobold doll. So you have it.
It's fine.
Dust it off a little bit. It's been trampled on maybe a little bit, but it's bounced back.
So I hear muttering about Doom, like, who gives a shit?
You've got it.
He's the Doom Guide. He knows.
Oh, God. This is what he does. How is it our fault?
It's not our fault.
Sten is the one that drew first blood, cutting off that guy's arm. I mean, who does that? What kind of sociopath cuts off people's arms?
Would Doom Guide want
what he
to
does.
protect
That is a badass.
his family and...
So Sten
Seems
is the
very
one
odd.
that carried Jim through his origin story.
Yep.
Oh.
It was
Kicking and
more
screaming.
it was more Sir Sten's origin story. Look, I was just an NPC, really. It was him being a badass. Yeah. He's a baller.
We're so screwed.
Are you dead, Cress?
I have 4
Like,
HP after that. I went from full HP to 4.
I went down to 3, but now I'm back
five.
up to 10.
Sorry about that.
I was like, if I go down in this darkness, I'm dead because this guy's gonna start wailing on me, and no one's gonna be able to tell.
Maybe not such a good idea to cast darkness when
Yeah,
only 2 of you
about
guys
that?
can see in it.
But you could have killed the other guys, like not in the.
We'd make it all run into the darkness.
There was one guy that was not in the darkness.
I'll take
It
care of
was
him.
taken care of by Otis.
Take care of him.
Not Otis.
There
They're
were
Hugh.
two guys by Sten as well.
I think Sten could look after himself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. I wasn't worried about Sten.
It doesn't make sense that Jothraxon would go for them when she has a relationship with Cass from before.
Oh yeah.
So, still though,
Still.
not very. I mean, 4 of us.
For
can't
any
take
for
it.
any of
I
for
love
any
it.
of you that have played an RPG or World of Warcraft or anything like that with reputation, like factions, whenever you kill or hurt an enemy or an NPC of a faction, you lose reputation points normally.
Yeah.
But right now, I think Darth Vader went from friendly to unfriendly, like 5,000 minus reputation points.
For you?
Oh,
With which faction? Faction.
Yeah.
you're almost killing me with the Darth Rex.
Hey, man. If they both, you both, for me, you both
yeah.
froze. That was quite funny.
Oh.
Both of you at the same time.
Wow.
You guys just spilled so much blood on that plaza. What are we doing?
They attacked the.
But,
They attacked the most.
You're not gonna kill Blackfist. You're not gonna kill thugs attacking civilians. Well, who are you gonna kill?
we've literally, like in several instances this episode, have talked about how we do not spill blood. Do not spill blood.
But they got attacked.
I
they
agree.
started it.
I
What are we
took one
gonna
down.
do? Just let
Took one
them
down.
But you could hit to knock out.
lay into.
Yes, because Thunder Wave was
couldn't, I
definitely
needed
a hit
to
to knock
heal.
out ability.
Thunderwave was to
Selfish
take
is
down
what
their
it is.
HP.
Smithy needed to draw from
Yes.
their life force to stay alive.
It's just selfish, is what that is.
Yeah.
You gotta make compromise, buddy. Sacrifice, yeah.
If,
Black
there's a
Widow.
guy,
That guy
Punching
is
his mum,
literally wailing on my mum.
No, I agree. I mean, yeah.
Not gonna
and
be
the
like-
rage. Yeah, the
I
rage.
try and
yeah.
put him to sleep.
I
I'm
got you.
gonna kill that guy.
I'll give you the to get out your free card there.
All right, sweet.
I mean, I just don't be surprised next episode we all get like locked in freaking jail or something wild, you know.
I have to say
Well,
that I
we're gonna be
literally
healers.
didn't draw any
I
blood.
don't know about that.
Like, I was a bystander in all this.
Not
I
by
swung a
choice.
punch,
I
but
didn't
did
kill
not
anyone. I just damaged people.
I'm pretty sure I didn't do that. I might have encouraged violence.
Where's the town
Did
guard
not
this whole
commit
time?
any.
Smudge, suck you town guard, buddy.
They're on the way. They're
Oh,
rocking up right now.
Given how fast they were to react to me swinging a halberd around my head, they were damn so ready to a fucking fight.
It took them 5 seconds to come to that, but
Yeah,
Lord knows.
shit.
Black fist, man. What can you do?
Jeez.
You guys need to rest up and change your clothes. You've got a fancy party to go to.
It's
Yeah,
great.
right.
I can't wait to go with that.
That's gonna happen for sure.
Gonna be an awkward party.
It's not happening at all.
All of us like really badly injured, just.
The place is on lockdown. That's not happening.
Just burn the castle.
Where is Remy? What is that guy doing?
Or your dad.
Yeah, well, that guy.
They're probably hanging out.
In the pub.
I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. I was gonna yell at my mum for not, like sending out a search party, but that just seems mean now. Now that she got beaten up.
Looks up at you with squinty, bloody,
Yeah.
bruised eyes.
Although she did call me Remy, so maybe.
That's pretty good. Deep cuts.
Maybe.
Well, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank you.
much. It was awesome.
So I'll do another doodle. Something to think about is that I can do next week. I can't do the week after. So we have played quite a lot. So I guess it's just up to you guys. If you want to, I don't mind doing like the short games. 'Cause it makes it feel a bit easier and not so much of a slog. Just doing like 3 hours, 3.5 hours. So if you want to play next week, that's fine. And then we'll take a week off and then do another one. But if we don't play next week, then bear in mind we won't be able to do it for another 3 weeks from now.
You just
Same.
split up the days you can and you would like to, and then we'll
Yeah.
vote accordingly.
I could
Yeah.
also. I actually just need to. Basically, I have an event starting from a week on Sunday, and that runs till Friday. But there might be some nights to be able to do it. I just need to look at my schedule, so I'll do it tomorrow.
Okay.
Cool.
Thanks very much.
Thank you
That's
so
super
much.
fun.
Thanks.
GG's, dude.
Bye,
See you
guys.
later.
No,
Right.
Bye.